Welcome back to episode number 11 of the Brother Pill podcast. I'm one of your hosts, O'Shea Duke Jackson. And today we're talking about Ezekiel Elliot is suspended by the NFL for 6 weeks for claims of domestic violence abuse. I'm here with my co-host, as you know, all-star of the Brother Pill podcast, 10 out of 11 so far, Steve the D. Williams.
Sad day for being a Cowboy fan. Sad day, man.
Oh man, I'm happy as fuck. I'm not gonna say I'm happy, but I can say I'm definitely not sad that it's happened to the Cowboy fans. But anyways, listen. My name is O'Shea Duke Jackson. You can find me on my main YouTube channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson. This is also my second channel, O'Shea Vlogcast. You can follow my Black Men's WordPress magazine or Black Men's blog, www.negromanosphere.com, for daily content that's not on YouTube. Some excellent staff writers there. And Steve, go ahead and introduce yourself to your many billions of fans out there.
No fan. Anyway, how y'all doing? Steve Dean Williams here, themanmindset.com. I am just really depressed right now, but I'm a sexual and dating coach to help guys get pussy and shit, unlike Zeke.
Okay, let's talk about Ezekiel Elliot. Last year the Dallas Cowboys, I believe what was it, 14-2 or 12-4?
Like he lost to
13-3.
Let me see, we lost to the Giants. I think we only lost 2 games. Wait, we lost to the Giants. Who else did we lose to? Oh yeah, lost to the Eagles. We because I remember we lost to the Eagles. We gave one away at the end, but yeah, we made the playoffs. Lost to the Packers.
Okay, yeah, and was it at the end of the day? It's like an overtime game. I know it was like on a long pass, right?
Some bullshit. Aaron Rodgers, Madden shit. He just threw that shit up in the air and fucking got us. So
okay, so I want to say last year, you guys ended up with 2 really good picks in the year previous to that.
Yes,
in the 4th round. Actually, no. You got Ezekiel Elliott in the first round,
right? Then Dak. Then we got Dak later.
You got Dak in the 4th round. You ended up getting Pro Bowl quarterback, Pro Bowl running back.
Yes,
in the same draft. Highly unlikely to do that. The Dallas Cowboys nation really, really excited about the potential of this young man. I know he played at Ohio State, but he has an issue with domestic abuse. Roger Goodell and the National Football League are suspending him without play. He's a young man. And he might, lose some money behind this because the suspension also voids guarantees in the, $25 million contract that he has. What do you think about? I mean, and I believe at some point during the investigation, it was found that he didn't even do this.
I know he didn't do it. Supposedly he got cleared of it, but it went to Roger Goodell, and also, one of the guys on the panel was a New York Giant, the owner. We played a Giant. I mean, that's coincidental that he wants to take Zeke out the game for 6 games. No, we played the Giants' first game of the season, but it's also headed by some chick. I forgot her name, Lisa Flint. I forgot the chick's name, but she's all over the domestic violence and stuff for the NFL. So I don't know. I think if Jerry Jones is smart, he's going to take it to court and do what Tom Brady did last year and go against the NFL, man.
Okay, let's talk about this because there's a Giants player, and I'm not trying to say that Ezekiel Elliott did or did not do this, but Josh Brown admitted, the kickers Giants, hey, I beat my wife over 20 times. He was only suspended 1 game. Now, this woman who was claiming that, Ezekiel Elliott, beat her, I believe in Columbus, they said, well, we're not going to press charges on Ezekiel Elliott because, there were conflicting stories. It seems like she was trying to get people to lie for her on her behalf.
Yes.
And so he was never even prosecuted for this. So how is it that Josh Brown, who admittedly said, hey, I beat my wife 20 times, I only get suspended one game, and you have a black NFL athlete who gets 6 games after being cleared of it? Do you think that this is a form of racism against, black NFL athletes?
Well, I don't necessarily want to say. I know it's politics. Yeah, it could be a form of racism because like I say, man, the fucking kicker was beating the brakes off his girl and shit. And yeah, I don't know, man. Like I say, man, I would say racist. I'll call racism on this one, but I'm not trying to, make it a bad racial issue. But it's just coincidental that the kicker gets off with the way he did, and fucking Zeke, is getting 6 games and shit. So I don't know. O'Shea, what do you feel about? What's your thoughts? I think it's a little bit of everything, brother.
What I think is, it's not so much that he beat this girl or didn't beat this girl. But again, here we have a young black NFL athlete with some quote unquote off the field troubles. And he really showed his ass. And there was a situation where there was a St. Patrick's parade and he pulled this woman's top down. Now, here's the problem that these black athletes are going to run into. And of course, they're going to say, oh, this is racism. But at the end of the day, it's almost like the O.J. Simpson thing. And what I mean by this, I'm not saying that Ezekiel Elliott is anything like O.J. Simpson. But once you do something that offends people, the court of public opinion is looking to crucify you when you do something offensive. And because of what he did in March, they're looking for any reason to throw the book at you. And so I think what is happening is, due to what happened at that particular event, okay, well, yeah, this guy, he's a bad guy. He shouldn't be playing. He's a wife. He's abusive. He hits women. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the reason, because of his other off the field problems. Right. And I think that these young black NFL athletes, they're really, I hate to say this, they're dumb. Is somebody in here besides you?
No, it's my phone's over there. I got shit this shit down.
Okay.
Sorry. I apologize. My phone's over there.
Cowboys hat bringing all that damn noise and shit.
No, I'm sorry. It's just my phone's over by my workout thing. So
Ezekiel Elliott has to be a pretty fucking stupid guy. Not only do you know that the Dallas Cowboys historically have problems with players. We talk about all the cocaine parties they had with Michael Irvin and all types of shit. Not only do you know of problems that, how the NFL cracks down on high profile athletes that are black, your black ass goes out and pulls a bitch's top down in the St. Pat. Let's talk about that real quick, because I think that's more important than what's happening now. How dumb are these athletes?
Well, okay. And you know where we're about to take this, but let's take it. It's not the fact that they're dumb. It's the fact that if you look at most individuals who are causing the most trouble in the NFL, who are getting busted for weed, busted for domestic violence, and things like that, I would say 9 times out of 10, not 10 out of 10, because I'm not going to generalize, these gentlemen are coming from a single parent home where they're displaying more feminine type behavior than it's more emotional. I won't say feminine. I won't call it Zeke feminine. I say more emotional behavior, because a real man knows, okay, this is my money. This is my livelihood. All the cameras are on me. And I'm not gonna pull no woman's titties down or shirt down when I know the cameras are front on my eyes, or beat somebody up in a club. I'm gonna watch my posse. I'm gonna watch my boys. It's certain things, O'Shea. But if you take this all the way to the first domino, Zeke comes from, I'm sure, a single parent. I'm not sure. Let me double check that. I'm gonna double check that before I say it. But the behavior, I would say, seems like it's from more of a single parent home, man.
Now, what do you think? I mean, because I know now, with these single parent homes. I mean, you can say that, but are we having an issue now where these particular players still should be accountable for? I mean, despite that, right? Because I mean, we have a lot of NFL players that come from single parent homes, and maybe you don't see this type of behavior. So, I mean, what would you have to say to that? I mean, because the NFL has particular classes on how to conduct yourself, professionalism. They take these players, especially the high first round pick guys. Hey, you guys need to stay away from them. What about the mentorship in the NFL, right? What about other players? Let's talk about that.
Well,
the other players, shouldn't they be gathering these young guys and putting them under the wings and say, hey, bro, I know you're a superstar running back, you're a young guy, but let me put my arm around you. This is what's going to happen. You're used to getting these, you're playing on the big Sundays now. You're getting all types of pussy. You're getting all types of money. You're close face to face with Jerry Jones. Why aren't these older guys, older NFL players, really trying to guide these guys in the right direction, or are they?
Well, okay. This is kind of dicey because they have a thing called a rookie symposium. Okay, and a rookie symposium is basically, like Herm Lewis. I mean Herm and other Herman Edwards. Excuse me. Where they talk to the athletes and teach them about the what's going on in the world with women and people going after their money and to be careful about that. But here's your problem. You have a lot of these individuals who, remember, go to college and you can't get paid in college. They can't pay you, so you're living off of ramen noodles, like you always say, eating your ramen noodles.
Right.
But then all of a sudden you overnight become a multi-millionaire. And with that comes nothing but yes men. And when you have that type of mindset, well, not even that mindset, when you have that type of people coming at you and saying yes, and you were like, you know what, I want a hamburger. Oh, I'll go get you one. Damn, I used to have to go get it myself. Oh, you don't get it? Okay. I want this. Yeah, I'll get it. So then you get this ego that you become untouchable. Like you can do no wrong. You can, again, walk up and grab a woman's titty and think you're going to get away with it. But the thing here, O'Shea, is that common sense is not so common because I truly believe, O'Shea, as soon as you leave your mother's house, you have to be responsible for your actions and everything else. I don't necessarily need an older or a football player in the locker room to tell me, stay away from the weed, stay away from the drugs. If you're going to fuck, be careful, because, you ain't going to tell me not to fuck, but be careful about it. Watch out for allegations and things like that. I'm going to be careful because I'm a brand at that point. Because I got the number 2. If I'm a Zeke, I've got the number 2 jersey that's being sold right now in the NFL. I'm a brand. Yes, he's behind Tom Brady. Number 2 sold jersey right now. He's the second highest. So I will have to conduct myself, O'Shea, in a manner. And again, we're not saying it's not just blacks that get in trouble. But you rarely see white guys. Now, again, you do have that kicker situation, but the majority is just us acting like I don't even want to say this shit.
Go ahead and say it.
It's us acting like a bunch of niggas.
Uh-oh.
Like we have no fucking common sense.
He went there.
We don't know how to conduct ourselves. But like I said before, and I would probably be wrong about Zeke. I think he does have his parents, but if you look at the NFL draft, it's a single mother fest. It's the single mothers knowing they about to get paid. It's the single mothers that I've been there all your life and but have shown these young boys. You remember there's an article, O'Shea, and I'll throw it back to you. I mean, it'd be long-winded. There's an article about a football player whose mother dropped him off at training camp. Fuck is that about?
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, I'll pull that shit up. Yeah, I'll pull it up. Yes, they were joking on him. Let me see. Football player. I'll tell you his name. Dropped off at training. Okay, the football player. Okay, so Curtis Samuel's mom drops him off. He plays for the Panthers, and he's getting shit for this. But his mom dropped him off. Do you hear that? Mommy dropped you off. And I'll just say this last thing before I throw it to you. What's happening with these young men, even in basketball, no matter where you look at it, is that these young boys have not cut the umbilical cord off of mommy. Mm-hmm. And they are out of their nature as far as being men. They are acting out of their nature. They are doing things to bring more attention and trouble to them, brother.
Let's talk about being ready for success, because I think that a lot of black men, and we are a black, dominated podcast. I know that typically with your own work, you have more non-black clients, but with respect to being on this particular agenda, we are servicing for the most part British and African American black men.
Yes,
this is what our work is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We are finding out that a lot of the black men that listen to us, they are not ready for success.
They can't be. They can't
talk about that. It's very important. If you're a black man right now, where me and Steve and Dean are going to take this is outside of just sports. Okay. Because we have to make it personalized to you. Stop the show. We got to stop the show, Steve. We got to stop the show.
Okay.
We got to stop the show. I got to stop the show. You black men out there who are talking about that you want to be something, you want to do something, you want to get the place, then you get it. You're there. What's the problem, Steve? Why can't these guys keep the hard work? Why can't they keep the fruits of their success once they get it after working hard for it? Because no doubt Ezekiel Elliot worked hard as hell to do what he's doing. You have to work hard to be in the NFL. What's going on here when black men finally catch a break?
Their worst problem is themselves, because they will allow family members and friends to guilt them into either putting money or investing in their ideas, giving individuals money who, hey, I ain't got it. I need to pay my rent and all this other stuff. They get guilted and they feel like they need to give back to their boys and everybody else who's been around them. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you got to know how to invest your money properly. And for a lot of young black men, they're not doing that. If anybody listens to me right now, I bet you they can go into their closet and look at their clothes right now, and there's a bunch of shit in there they can't wear because they're so busy trying to keep up with the fads that they're allocating money in the shit that, that's going to come and go, that they invested wasted. It's just they have no sense of money and how to use it, how to save it, how to invest it, O'Shea.
Let's talk about more about the company that these brothers are keeping. Let's do this. I have 115 people, and the money is definitely true. Let's do this, guys. We have 116 people that are listening to the podcast. This goddamn bug, because there's no air conditioning in this motherfucking house, has swept up in here.
Company you keep.
Do me a favor, brothers. Like the video, okay? I really appreciate you that are coming in here to the stream. Let's like the video, okay? 122 people watching. Need you guys to like the video, and also we're gonna promote Steve the Dean's YouTube channel. Let's keep the likes coming up because we don't have enough likes coming in here, okay? Let's keep them up, brothers. Since you're coming in to the show, Steve. These guys, many times, right? You said it like a lot of black men are scared of success.
Yeah, fear of success. Yes.
Shout out to King Demetrius and Gilla. I think one of the reasons is because of the fact that they have to cut old friends and family members off. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the issue that he's having with this woman is a woman that he knows prior. Okay, prior. Mm-hmm. My thing is this. With black men and with women, if a woman is so upsetting to you that you have to think about hitting her, why are you with her?
That's the weakness. That's that thirst. See, I always teach all my clients how to be a drama-free man. How to check these women at the door and don't allow them to be so disrespectful to them. Uh-huh. But you have to remember this, O'Shea. Just because you have money, power, fame, and fortune, it doesn't make you a man. It makes you an individual with power, fame, and fortune. Right. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The power, fame, and fortune is what you do, not who you are. He's a football player, a great football player who's worth millions. Right. That's what he does. But who he is, and if we go back to our young black men who have these domestic issues and deal with these women that are disrespectful, it's because who they are is so weak in the eyes of the woman that they're with that these women feel like they can treat them like a bunch of bitches whenever, and they're going to reward their bad behavior for apologizing for shit that they didn't do.
So let's talk about this, because even Ray Rice had the same situation happen with him. Another running back, successful. How should these guys be handling these chicks? From what position?
Dude, they should be handling these chicks by a position of manhood. That's how they should handle these women.
Let's talk about the man mindset. Let's self-promote yourself real quick. Ezekiel Elliot is your client.
Yes.
He calls you, Steve, man. My bitch keep hitting me in the face, man. What am I gonna do, dog? What would you say?
Well, before Zeke, see, let me tell you why Zeke wouldn't do that if he was a man mindset guy.
Okay.
Because the training that I would give him before would set him up for his future. Because every woman that he runs up on, O'Shea, he would tell those women, I'm a drama-free man. If you bring any drama into my life, you're gone.
Stop the show. Say it again.
I am a drama-free man.
One more time.
I am a drama-free man.
Right.
If you bring any drama into my life, you're gone. If you raise your voice at me, you're gone. If you disrespect me, you're gone. If you try me 2 times, because I'll give you one, because I know you tested me. Other than that, you're gone. Why? because you are expendable as a woman. I don't need you as much as you need me, number one. But number two, I am a king. I am a man. And no man and no king and nobody that has a pair of balls in the spine is going to let a woman raise her voice higher than his voice. What right? Only woman that can raise her voice to you is your mother when you're at her house as a kid. But even when I leave my mother's house, at that point, not even my mother has the right to raise her voice at me. And these young men don't know their value and worth. That's why they allow these women, because they're so weak, because in their minds, O'Shea, they're like, I'd rather have half a bitch than no woman at all. Meaning I'd rather have my, that's, what they always say. That's the problem. Here, O'Shea, you know how it is. Everybody fight. Every couple argue, and it ain't love if you and your girl ain't having the fuck out of here. But isn't it odd, O'Shea? They say that about relationships, but where have you heard that at a job before? Yeah, when you at your job with the CEO or president, you allowed to call them a bitch every once in a while. You mean every guy gets the chance to cuss they bosses and managers and vice presidents and CFOs and COOs out, every once in a while. That's how the game is. Really, you never hear that shit, do you, O'Shea?
Never.
You never hear that, right? Why? Because the company has a standard. When you go into that job, they tell you this is what we are. This is your position in the company. If you like it, welcome. If not, goodbye. That's the standard. These young men don't have a standard because they're so thirsty over the pussy. They push their standards aside just to get their dick wet. And that's the problem, sir.
Well, I can't top that. Well, welcoming into the podcast, we have the one and only Angry Man here. And
good, y'all.
I know you sick. Also, you're a Dallas Cowboys fan.
What's up, Ray Donovan? We stand strong, Ray Donovan. We strong.
I know you, man. I just got to do the Harlem. I would do the Harlem right now. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna hit him with the Harlem right now.
That's so fucked up.
I will hit him with the Harlem when we get to 100 likes. But I know you sick. I know both of you niggas are sick because you ain't got Ezekiel Elliot for 6 weeks. You do got Darren McFadden. Darren McFadden is not a bad athlete. He's pretty good, but he ain't Ezekiel Elliott. How do you feel about him getting suspended for the NFL for 6 weeks after really not being charged by Columbus, Ohio prosecution?
It's bullshit.
Is it? Why? Why is that?
Because, did they suspend old boy for 6 weeks? What's his name over there in the Giants? What's that dude's name?
1 week.
The kicker. Did they suspend him? They gave him a slap on the wrist, and he openly admitted that not only that he was abusing his wife, but he said to him his wife is nothing and he's God. Like, he took it to a whole nother level. Like, he basically said that his wife is a peasant. She is there for the purpose of doing whatever the hell he's saying. If she don't do it, he gonna beat her ass. Like when that freaking diary or journal or whatever came out, he should have been kicked out of the NFL immediately. You feel what I'm saying? If you're gonna give these other brothers pure T hell whenever they get in the least little domestic violence issue, but you're gonna give him a slap on the wrist, man. That is like a open invitation for white dudes just to do whatever they want to do. Like, that's not cool. And then on top of that, there's a conspiracy, man. I don't care what nobody say. There's a conspiracy against my Cowboys. Like, we have by far, and I'm about to stand on my soapbox, damn it, we have had one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history. So much so that to this day, people love to hate on us. They love it. Like, we don't even got to be playing. Motherfuckers be like, man, can't stand them damn Cowboys. People get pleasure out of hating on us. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just been I just been noticing a bunch of bullshit in the NFL dealing with the Cowboys, and I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it at all. The hell O'Shea disappeared too.
I don't know. I don't know.
He's on mute. Like you over there sweating like a damn slave. See what I mean? Somebody see now we got these people over in the damn chat room talking about some cowgirls and like come
hold on.
stop
Let me get in the chat room. Let me get in the chat room, dog. Let me go my ass over there and see what the fuck is going on.
Hating. They got hate in their blood. You know, man.
It's not hate, it's envy, dog. They
gotta be.
It's envy.
It gotta be.
Deep down inside, all you motherfuckers know you Cowboy fans, so don't even try that shit. Deep down in your heart, you know. Look, watch this, fam. The stars at night are big and bright. Listen. Them motherfuckers like deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah, I ain't supposed to let y'all know. See, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Man, they need to stop that shit. You know they love the Cowboys. That's how it is with men. Everybody want to hate on us, but they just love to know what the fuck we doing.
Yo, somebody tried to hit me with the angry man. How could you be a Cowboys fan? Like that don't even make sense. Well, if you know the history of the kid, you'll know that when I was very young, my father was in the military. And we was in that area when I became a fan. And I've been a fan since then, because I'm not no bandwagon dude. Whoever I'm a fan of, that's who I'm riding for forever. Until they put me in the ground, I'm gonna be a Cowboys fan. So forget y'all.
Yeah, I've always been a Cowboy fan. I can tell y'all my favorite quarterback. I grew up watching Danny White, Dorsett, Ron Springs, Drew Pearson, Butch Johnson, Tony Hill. Come on, man. I remember I welded up and I'm telling y'all, I welded up in tears when Dexter Manley knocked Danny White out in the championship game. Because that was my quarterback. Fuck y'all. Wait. Why don't you tell us your favorite fucking team so we can talk shit about your team?
Exactly.
Yeah, they won't do that. They won't talk shit to us. They won't talk shit to us, but they won't tell us they favorite team. Let me get in. Where's this O'Shea link at so I can see what the fuck
you know what they do?
On.
I'm gonna tell you what they do. You know what they do? This is what they do. Especially them fucking Patriot fans. Let me talk about them real quick. So, damn Patriot fans, first thing they're gonna say, you know, what's old boy's name? I can't.
Tom Brady. Thomas Brady.
Thomas Brady. It's like, oh, you know, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback. You know, like, okay, if he's such a great quarterback, if he's so awesome, why wouldn't he give up that damn cell phone? That's what I want to know.
Wait. I don't mean to interrupt you. Any of you bitches saying you gonna boycott the NFL, y'all a bunch of fucking pussies. Why the fuck you? Wait a second. You bitches gonna wait a second here. Let me get this straight.
That's accessory to simping.
Do you guys out there understand what the fuck is going on with your boy Colin Kaepernick? Do y'all all y'all want to boycott? Y'all don't understand the what's really going on behind the scenes. All you want to boycott the NFL motherfuckers. Do you understand when I forgot his name, Wooten. His name is Wooten, Angry Man. What's the guy's name that sat with Muhammad Ali and Kareem back in the day?
Damn.
I forgot his motherfucking name. But that man has more power than anybody else in the. He got power where Roger Goodell bows to him. Okay, let me explain what happened. Now, this is the guy that was with Muhammad Ali back in the day with Kareem and Jim Brown when everybody got together and they were unified as black people. He was one of those guys. I forgot his name. Okay, he was for Kaepernick. He was like, you know what? We need to get LeBron James. He was naming a list of black athletes to do the same thing for Colin Kaepernick, okay? Now, this the kind of motherfucker that, he's so powerful, he just needs to pick up a phone one time and you there. You don't even, he be like, LeBron, I need you. LeBron's there. Michael, I need you. Michael's there. That's how powerful this guy is. powerful in the NFL. This motherfucker, excuse me, not him. I mean, the guy, this man, tried to get in touch with Kaepernick. Kaepernick didn't want to talk to him. So then he wait. Oh, it gets worse real quick, Bray. And then that's when his bitch posted that fucking tweet of Ray Lewis and Steven from Django. And then you know what that man said? He said, "Fuck, I'm done." He said, "I'm not even doing it now." Because, I was trying, because if it's about the movement and all this other stuff, I'm supporting it. But yet, you can't even control your bitch. Now, he ain't say you can't control your bitch, but he left because of the drama his woman brought, dog.
Hold on. 1 second.
Who in the hell is Steve talking about? I'm gonna get his name. I'm doing a great disrespect for this man. I'm gonna give you his name, guys. Hold on. I think his name is Wooten. Oh man, what is his name? His name, I think it's John Wooten. I think it is. I'm trying to get the name, guys, right now. I'm gonna tell you his name. Hold on. Is this not John? Not the white, not John Wooten, the white guy. His name. Let me see here. Let me get his name. What's his name? Okay, his name is John Wooden. John Wooden, Wooden. Okay, look up his name. His name is John Wooden, Wooden. He is a very powerful black man in sports, in football, very powerful. This is the man that got Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and all these other black athletes around back then to support Muhammad Ali. Now, this guy was for Kaepernick. He wanted to help Kaepernick. He wanted to get everybody together to rally around Kaepernick. But when he called Kaepernick, number one, didn't pick up the phone. He called him again, trying to get him. Kaepernick was like, "I don't know this." Hey, angry man. Then Kaepernick gonna say, "I don't even know who he is." The fuck you mean you don't know? You don't know who he is. And you know what's so worse about that angry man? One of the guys that is his advisor was one of the guys on the panel with Muhammad Ali and everybody. So how the fuck can you say you didn't know that guy? But y'all want to boycott football now. Get the fuck out of here, man. No, not John Wooden, the UCLA. Man, come on. Let me go ahead and link him, guys. Y'all kill me, man. I'm gonna go ahead and link it, dog.
Yo, so here's my thing. With all you see, here's the thing. There's a lot of dudes that's guilty of simping. There's a lot. There's a lot of you out here. You're guilty of simping. You're guilty of condoning simping. There's a bunch of you motherfuckers that are accessories after the fact. What do I mean by that? Colin Kaepernick is doing the shit he's doing because he's simping. It's not because he believe in it. It's not because he feel like, oh, this is messed up. No, he doing that shit because that, look, you see this right here? You see this cheap ass motherfucker right here? This is a AA battery. You know what his girl did? She took one of these and shoved it smooth up his ass. That's what she did.
Yes.
That's what she did. She put a battery in his ass to go and do all of that bullshit that he doing right now.
Yeah, they ain't ready to hear that truth. You ready for the? Do you think they want to know about this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. I got love for you. I want to educate you, motherfucker guys. I got love for you. It's John Wooten, Wooten, not Den. It's Ooten. So look him up. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell y'all. But let me explain something. Here's the thing I want you young men to understand. Before Colin Kaepernick did all the shit he was doing, he used to tweet about turtles and hanging out with his boys. I promise you. That's all he used to do. He met a piece of pussy. A piece of pussy and he changed his stance. Now, again, for a lot of you guys, you can say, well, every man changes. That's y'all excuse. That's fine. You're right. Every man can change, okay? But I'm going to ask the room that's right here, all the guys that's talking. What man is going to allow his bitch to fuck his money up? What man is going to allow his bitch to speak for him? Well, yeah, that's what because if I'm trying to get a job at Microsoft, and let's say Bill Gates is kind of like not trying to get me on there, you think I'm gonna let my woman post a tweet of Bill Gates being a racist and shit? Nah, fuck no. A real man don't do that. But
I'll take it a step further.
let's go.
I'll take it a step further. You know why pimps exist? You know why pimps exist?
Mm-hmm.
If you holler at a pimp and you say, "Hey man, so what do you really do, man? What is your job description?" Or better yet, why is it when you got, if a pimp sit there and explain, he'll say, "Well, basically what I do is I manage hoes." You say, "Okay, well, how do you manage hoes? What do you mean by manage them?" Well, they go out, they, work the corner or wherever they're going to work. They make all their money and they bring it back to me. All of them do that. And
okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And you say, well, what's the point of that? Why are they bringing you all the money? Because what I'm going to do, what the pimp going to do, he going to make sure the chick got a crib. He going to make sure the chick got a car. He gonna do all of that stuff, but he gonna manage the money. And they say, well, can't she do that for herself? No, she can't. That's the whole point that he's even there. So first of all, if you the type of dude to let a chick mess up your money, you's a dumb motherfucker, especially if you dealing with millions. Not y'all. I don't even think they understand what millions is.
Angry.
They don't understand.
They don't understand a bit. Okay. Like O'Shea was trying to say, you got to have a business mind to understand this Kaepernick thing. And I ask any of y'all to play owner for a second. Play $1 billion owner. If you know how the game is run, you know the NFL stands on two principles. They stand on two solid principles. Number one, money. Number two, patriotism. That's it. And for all you guys want to sit around and say the NFL is racist towards black people, if that's the case, why are they giving these motherfuckers millions and millions of dollars? Why are they signing these motherfuckers to contracts and giving them all this money? See, y'all guys want to see. It's sad that y'all black men want to look. You know what it is, and this is what I love. They used to, Angry Man and O'Shea. One time, maybe about 6 months ago, there was a young man by the name of Jesse Williams. And he went on and it's funny, he went on BET and gave this great speech, and everybody flocked to him because all the angry young black men who are sitting around not doing shit for themselves, oh, they love Jesse, man. Oh, we're gonna ride die with Jesse. Man, Jesse's the man. Let's live and do everything for Jesse. As soon as Jesse broke up with his wife and dated a white woman, oh, they said fuck Jesse. Oh, fuck Jesse. You don't even hear shit about Jesse anymore. Now you have young, angry black men, and nobody's saying that the police aren't doing that, but it's a time and place to do things. If you listen, you cannot fuck with an entity that has its own. Matter of fact, they don't just have one day. They got Thursday, they got Saturday, and they got Sunday. If they got Saturday if they choose it. You can't fuck with a powerful thing like that, man.
Man. This is what niggas don't understand.
Talk to him, Angry. Talk to him.
What niggas don't understand. And I said this when I did the video. When Colin Kaepernick first started doing that shit, I broke it down in the video. I said, Colin Kaepernick does not understand that America is a corporation.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole conspiracy theory bullshit. I'm gonna just break it down for you how America is a business.
Please.
Right? Matter of fact, there's an excellent scene in the movie Killing Me Softly with Brad Pitt where he broke it down. He said, please, America is a fucking business. Pay me my motherfucking money. You feel? There was a scene where he was in there talking to a guy because he was a hitman. And the original hitman got killed. But the original hitman was supposed to get paid, I think, a certain amount of money. And I think they were trying to give Brad Pitt, they were trying to give his character like 10,000 less. And he said, nah, old boy was going to get paid such and such. I did the job, so you're going to pay me such and such. And so in the background is the presidential election when Obama first won. And he was talking about, you know, we're all the same people and we're all a family and we need to do this and we need to do that. And the guy looked at Brad Pitt and he said, you hear that? You hear that line? He's talking about you. He said, are you serious? He said, this guy right here on this screen is telling us we're a family. He's like, nah, this is America. And in America, you're on your own. You understand? He said, we hold these truths to be self-evident. He said, don't make me laugh. He said, who was it? Was it George Washington or one of them? I can't remember which, Thomas Jefferson. He said, yeah, sure. Thomas Jefferson and a few others wrote some words that roused the rabble to go out there and fight a war for them. He said, but at the end of the day, they sat in their houses, drank their wine, fucked their slaves. And at the end of the day, America is still America. He was like, yo, at the end of the day, this is a business. And in America, you're on your own. He said, so fuck that. Pay me.
You know what? I want to say something. John Wimberly, you said shut my milk and magnesia ass. Let me read what the fuck you said. Excuse me, O'Shea. I'm gonna do an O'Shea. Hold on. Let me go back up. Cause you little bit. Hey, I'm finally on the chat room. Y'all know I don't play that shit. Hold on. Let me talk to you, John Wimberly. Go look at this motherfucking bitch ass picture. This nigga look like he work at Walmart holding up a phone to a fucking mirror. Nigga, get some money up, then talk to me. You can't even, dog, look, I shouldn't even be talking to you right now. You don't even deserve my motherfucking time, motherfucker. Milk and Mac, nigga. Motherfucker, what you do, motherfucker? Man, but you know what? This the nigga shit. Hold on. This is the reason why you niggas ain't shit. You want to know why? Because you know what? I bet you follow you home, John, and knock on your door. I bet your motherfucking single ass mother will open that motherfucker. Won't she, bitch?
But yo, but hold on.
If I find out your Facebook, I'm gonna find your mother, send her a message, tell her she wants some of this dick. Call me. You want to talk shit? You want to talk shit? We can talk shit. I finally on this chat room shit. They, like I say, man, hey, we trying to educate some of you black men, but some of you animals that walk on all fours and swing off branches and peel bananas won't listen to shit. Banana peeling monkey ass motherfucker want to talk shit. Show me your receipts, nigga. Go outside. Let's play a game. Let's go outside each other's house and let's take a picture. You go outside your apartment complex and take a go outside my 7-bedroom house that was built from the ground up, and I'll take a picture. You want me to take a picture of the game room? Where you want? My office? Where you want, nigga? Show me you want to talk about a milk ass motherfucker?
Hold on.
Come on, man.
Let me educate.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Angry Man. My bad. I feel like O'Shea got my soul. I'm sorry.
Let me educate him on it. Because this is what I said about Colin Kaepernick's simp ass.
Fuck.
America's a fucking corporation. You understand? And it's structured just like a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Now imagine that every single race that's in America represents a shareholder. Okay. Now, if every race in America represented a shareholder, black people wouldn't even have one share in America.
Wow.
You understand? You wouldn't even have one share. And what Colin Kaepernick doesn't understand is you cannot change a corporation from the outside in. You can't. The only way you can change a corporation, it's called a hostile takeover. It's when you come into a corporation and you buy up enough stock to where you are a majority shareholder, meaning you have at least 51% of the stock in that company. Then you can make decisions to change the infrastructure of that company. You are never going to change America by marching. Mm-hmm. You're never going to change America looting, by protesting.
Nope.
You're never going to change America by bitching and complaining. White people only respect two fucking things: blood and money.
Yep.
If you don't have one of those two, if you're not willing to shed no blood on a real level, and I'm not talking about running around the hood with your little cap gun shooting other niggas. You feel me? And if you ain't willing to do that, or if you ain't willing to pay the cost to be the damn boss, you're not gonna change nothing. That's the reality. Colin Kaepernick, by him putting himself in that position, he's a dumb motherfucker.
You know what, Angry Man? I just want to say two things, and I like to educate the room real quick. Let me give you all an example. If Colin Kaepernick, if O'Shea's the owner and Angry Man's O'Shea's the owner of the Ravens, Angry Man's the owner of the Ravens, and I'm the owner of the Cowboys. Fuck it, I would be played that shit. Now, if Colin Kaepernick calls O'Shea a coon or a racist, okay? And I'm boys. We all boys. We owners and we boys. Do you think that I'm going to bring Colin in over my boy? The NFL owners are a family. They're a syndicate that work together for one common cause, like Angry Man was saying, and that's money. You cannot talk shit about one man and expect me to bring him in when I'm boys with O'Shea, number one.
Right.
But number two thing, like you young men, here's your problem. You can look, let me tell you what the white man wants you to do, guys. Let's be honest. They want you to riot. They want you to take knees. They want you to block the highway. They want you to bitch about boycotting. They want you to do all that shit. But what they don't want you to know is that how many of y'all know about preferred stocks? How many of y'all know about common stocks? How many of y'all know about moving mutual funds, nest eggs? How many of y'all know about that? See, that's the shit they don't want you to know about, because once you learn that, then you do damage. You don't do damage by destroying your own property and your own community, because they want you to do that. They want you to act like a bunch of animals, because they can just sit back and say, hey, that's cool. Let them do what hey, as long as y'all are taking knees, holding up highways, and destroying property, you're not learning about business, growth, what it takes to get loans and build property and create wealth and communities where you can start distributing money amongst yourselves like all the other smart ass other races. We are the only motherfuckers that sit around and y'all want. I know you young men are angry. I know you are, but you taking your anger and you're putting it in you putting it in a motherfucker that's half black and half white any fucking way. Y'all motherfuckers trip me the fuck out. You putting it in some. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Funny thing. That's the funny thing. But you know what? I'm gonna give. You know what, O'Shea? I'm gonna give your audience key.
Okay.
Running the country. I'm gonna give them the key. I'm gonna show them how black people can run this country and be in charge and have all and change it from white privilege to black privilege. So this is what you do, and I hope every last one of y'all paying attention to this. And this is why you're never gonna run shit, because you lack the foresight to do it. Right now, you as black people are supposed to be learning every single thing that Steve was just talking about. And all of the things he's talking about is wealth building principles, wealth generating principles. What you're supposed to be doing is you're supposed to be laying the foundation, laying the groundwork for your descendants 4 or 5 generations from now to run this fucking country. You're not going to see it in your lifetime, unfortunately. And the reason why I say that is because it's too many ignorant niggas running around here worrying about stupid shit.
Oh, yeah.
Colin Kaepernick is a prime example. Okay? He's a prime example. What he's supposed to be doing is he supposed to be? Do you know how many of us have stuff right now? Because black people back during the civil rights movement and before then said, you know what? Let me not pay attention to what these other niggas is talking about, and let me get my paper. Let me do what I need to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Let me see that real quick. O'Shea, look at that. Turn to me real quick. Instead of having love and hip hop and fucking whatever the fuck you watching, you see what that is? You see that's what should be on your computer screen right now, looking over your stocks and shit, seeing if you should buy, sell, or trade. But you motherfuckers don't know about that shit. You motherfuckers, you call us all you want. Hey, but I tell you this much: have you ever met a poor coon? Let's think about that. Have you ever met a poor coon? Have you ever met a motherfucker that is doing something with itself? Have you ever met a coon that ain't doing shit for himself? Think about that.
Let me do this. Welcome to Anthony Brian Long. I actually had went out these fucking bugs, and I went out. Actually, I was hungry. I hadn't ate anything for the day, so and then we had to get that collard green sandwich on, man. So I left for a few minutes, but I'm glad to have Anthony Brian Logan. Look, he ready. He got his nice little polo on.
Ready to rock. Ready to rock.
Got the nice conservative polo on. Let me ask you this. Let me kind of take the conversation. I know we got into the counter cabinet. We're going to address that, some different things. But ABL, you've heard about the breaking news with Ezekiel Elliot.
Yes.
In the NFL. Now, I gotta try to ask you a controversial question, because Josh Brown, NFL kicker for the New York Giants, and admitted wife beater over 20 times, was only suspended one game. But Ezekiel Elliot, who, if you think about it, like Steve Dean Williams says, if there's any guy in the NFL that you want to give a slap on the wrist, it would be him. He has the second best selling jersey in the NFL. He's a moneymaker for the team, for the league. Why does Ezekiel Elliott get a 6-game suspension? Josh Brown, who doesn't make any money really for the NFL like Ezekiel Elliott does, gets only 1 game. Are we looking at racism here? I mean, I got to go there. I
think, I'm with you, Doc. But I think with Zeke, the problem is that he's a repeat offender. It ain't just a wife beating; it's other stuff as well. It's a culmination of things that come together all at once. So, and then it gets to the point where the media is talking about it a lot. You got to understand, the NFL is not the morality police. The NFL is about making money. So when you got a high-profile guy that keeps getting in trouble over and over again off the field, it makes the whole NFL look bad. Josh Brown, or whoever that was a kicker, is a nobody. Who cares? But with Ezekiel Elliott, you're making the league look bad. So now we got to send you a message. It's like, yo, we can't really afford to lose you, and you're making the brand look bad. So we need you just to relax. 6 games, just relax. The next time it might be you're going to be out of here. However, they don't want to do that because he's a big name figure in the NFL.
There you go.
Because the same thing. Let me do this because Angry Man thought a little bit something different. I gotta get his opinion. Stop the show though, you guys. My boy Megatron just gave $20, right? Freelance Ryan just gave $20. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I gotta hit him. Angry Man. Should I hit him with the Harlem?
Hit him with the Harlem, dog. Hit him with the money shake. Hit him with the money shake.
Should I hit him with the Harlem? Angry Man.
Go ahead.
Hit him with the Harlem.
Go ahead.
Look at ABL. Y'all laughing before I even do it. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Oh my god!
I had to hit him with the
hair falling off.
Well, I'm tired as hell now, nigga. God damn. King Demetrius, $25. Oh shit, more Harlem. Should I hit him with the Harlem again?
Hit him with the Harlem, man.
I need some music.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay. Don't y'all donate no more money about 5 minutes. I need to get my breath together. Oh, this, you know what I'm saying? Well, listen, Angry Man.
Yeah.
ABL is saying I gotta be asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying it ain't racism. You said it's bullshit. But Zeke got a track record of fucking up.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah. It's
you can't say he don't.
Look, see, here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing about the angry man.
Okay.
That I'm gonna break down for you. I don't think in monolithic thought processes. Damn. You understand what I'm saying? So if I say, "Oh, it's racism," it don't mean it's only racism. You understand what I'm saying? It's a bunch of shit. Like if we were to sit here and say that the NFL was not a racist organization, we'd be fooling ourselves.
How is it racist? I don't know how it's racist.
Yeah, I gotta hear that. How so?
Because it is. A lot of times they show favoritism towards white players.
I mean, but like, when you say that, like, what do you mean? Like, give me a good comparison between a white player that was treated differently than a black player unfairly.
Let's see. The example we were just talking about.
I mean, that's kind of like, it's not really a fair comparison. Like, you need to compare people that's like on the same level because they kicker. I mean,
all right, I got one for you, Angry. I got you some we Cowboy boy. All right, Ben Roethlisberger.
That's actually, but he was suspended 6 games too, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, did he get lit?
He got 6 games.
Oh, he did get lit. Okay, well I take that back.
This is what you got to realize. Because I could go further in depth about the whole thing. You know, I could talk about how the majority of the league is white quarterbacks. I could talk about that. I could talk about a bunch of different things. With the NFL, it boils down to like a lot of organizations nowadays that I feel like may be racist. It boils down to whether or not they're going to allow their racism to trump their need for making profit. And most don't. Most would rather make profit than be overtly racist. You know what I'm saying? You've seen this in the NBA. There's a lot of league owners that are racist. You know what I'm saying? It's not the only factor, but it is one of them.
Let me ask you this, ABL, because I mean, ABL is to the right, you know. I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to racism. I'm very skeptical of certain things. I'm not saying I'm too, but I am. I'm more to the center. But Anthony Brown Logan, is the NFL racist in your opinion?
Nah, it's not. And then the thing about white quarterbacks. Okay, let's talk about white quarterbacks.
Okay.
Now, are the quarterbacks white because the owners want to have the guy out in front be a white guy, or is it because the white quarterback's better than the black quarterbacks? But hear me out. Nobody would say that white wide receivers are better than black wide receivers. Nobody would say that. Nobody would say that there's a white person, a white wide receiver better than Randy Moss or Jerry Rice or Tim Brown or Megatron or anybody that is a high level wide receiver. Not one white person we better than them. Same thing with cornerbacks. Same thing with running backs. Same thing with defensive linemen. But offensive linemen. But hold on. Offensive linemen and quarterbacks tend to be white. Now, is it because like why is that? Why do you have mostly black players that have the real speed positions where you got to jump, where you got to be very fast? Like I said, Randy Moss, and also on the line where you got to have power mixed with speed. But on the offensive line, you got to be like just a big block, like a solid rock, you know, big, slow white boy. You understand what I'm saying? Why is it like that? Is it because of racism or is it because of biology?
You just let me answer that. Okay, it's a known fact.
Let me address that.
Let me get him first. Then you get his ass because I'm gonna get his ass right now. I'm about to get his ass right now because he didn't really step into some shit. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
I'm about to tear your ass up. I'm like, oh, it's like a Crip that just walked into a blood neighborhood wearing all blue. You're just like, oh my God. Listen, it is a known fact, okay, that you had plenty of NFL, you know, because especially, you know, black quarterbacks have always had the same ability as whites. Okay. We all know.
Okay, how about white wide receivers? Why are the wide receivers mostly black?
But you have to understand, a quarterback is what it was considered. You know, think about it. The smartest person on the team is what, for the most part. Everybody looks at who? The quarterback, right?
But look, my thing is, why is it that most of the receivers are black? Why is that?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Because the receiver. Can I please let me address this?
Let me get him real quick. I know you want to get him. Let me get his ass now. I'm only gonna take 3 minutes. Then you can get him. It's gonna be like a tag team. I'm gonna hit him first. You come up from the side and knock his ass out. Okay. It's a known fact for many years, black quarterbacks on white teams, for the fear or the thought process that black men were stupid or dumb, and that stigma is still today, right? The same reason why you don't have a lot of black head coaches. That was known many years ago.
Hold on. So is that why?
Guys, let me finish.
Okay,
black guys cannot think. Therefore, they are better suited at running our specialty positions and not think. That's the truth. You can't deny that. And that is the same reason why you didn't get a starting quarterback in the NFL that won a Super Bowl until Doug Williams. And the reason why that is because many people, you had people like Vince Evans of the Raiders. You had very few black quarterbacks not even given a chance to coach. Look at college teams right now. How many black head coaches do you have coaching college football? How many black players do you have playing college football? How many black NFL head coaches do you have? It's by design, bro. We can't sit here and say that
I disagree.
You have 60% black NFL players and 1 or 2 black head coaches. That's by design.
The head coaches is a different story.
How is it different? Because the head coach and the quarterback are both thinking. They're both running the team.
Because the players, the coach, you got to be able to coordinate what's happening, but the players got to be able to perform. Right? A coach
and coordinate what's happening. You have to be able to
listen to what I'm saying. You got to be physically able to perform. If you cannot perform physically, you cannot be on the field. You got to have a coach in the NFL that's about to be, 1 foot in the grave. He cannot be on the field anymore. He cannot be on the field. It's just like Joe Paterno, that boy, that child molester or whoever played till he died, literally. So you could do that as a coach, but not as a player. Once your skills diminish as a player, you're no longer required in the league. That's why the average career is 3.5 years in the league, because it's short. Careers end quickly. So it's all about how can you perform physically on the field? How you going to say that it's racism when the main thing is physically being able to perform? You're not going to find a white guy that's as fast as Randy Moss, that can jump as high, that can be as skilled of a receiver as Randy Moss or any other black receivers I name. Same thing with cornerbacks. Like, are you going to find a white guy that's fast like that? Look at track and field. Usain Bolt, Michael Johnson. Where's a white guy that's dominating track and field? Is that racist too? Because it ain't no white guys in track and field. How about we talking about the strongman competition? Why is it always these big Icelandic dudes looking like they about 300 pounds of rock, right? Why is it like that? Is it biology or is it racism?
Well, there's something else that because it reminds me of Cam Newton and his coach, his owner. Cam one day was talking about getting tattoos, and his owner's like, "Oh, you don't want to I don't want you getting those tattoos or anything like that." And one thing we're missing, and I agree. Matter of fact, I agree with both of y'all. Y'all have great points, but if the quarterback is the face of the franchise, now please understand, I'm not saying they're not, like Doug Williams carried himself very well, but for a lot of these owners, you got to understand that they're real cautious, because, and again, it's not because of these great black athletes. It's because of the Pookies and Ray Rays they might be hanging out with. They might worry about that shit. And again, I'm not saying it's not racist, but again, it's some classism in there as well. It's a little bit what y'all saying as well, but you got to look at classism as well. They look at these quarterbacks that, other than fucking Johnny Manziel, of course. Johnny Manziel, yeah, y'all can throw that at me. But when you look at Tom Brady, you look at Drew Brees, you look at some of these star quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers. No trouble, no issues. Right. When you look at Tom Brady, you look at Drew Brees.
Guidance in the building.
Yeah. So
let me just say this real quick, and I'm going to Angry Man. Every black quarterback that has been in NFL has always talked about Steve McNair. Okay, started off as a running quarterback, but before he died, he was strictly he probably one of the only people that I saw that came into the NFL as a running threat and then ended up being a pocket passer. You know what he said? He said, when I was recruited, Steve McNair, Notre Dame wanted me to come there and play cornerback. They said, "Man, we understand the kind of you can throw the ball, you're fast, you can do all." They said they wanted me to play cornerback. You're going to go to the NFL and play defensive back. We don't see you as a quarterback. And almost every black quarterback that has had some success in the NFL was told you should play another position. And the reason why it's like that, and Dynas is here, I'm pretty sure Dynas was an All-American running back. You don't believe me, ABL? Google Albert Hollis. USA All Today Parade All-American. Look at him. Everybody Google him. Motherfucker, he should have been stealing cheeseburgers and running down the street. He's that damn fast.
But can I chime in real quick?
Am I wrong, Dynas?
No, but ABL, I have to disagree with you on this, man. And I'll give you 2 examples, and I'll go ahead and put it out there. Example number 1, Cam Newton. When I played at the University of Georgia, they recruited Cam Newton to play tight end at UGA. I'll give you another example, Deshaun Watson. They wanted Deshaun Watson was from a small city outside of Athens, Georgia called Gainesville. The University of Georgia wanted Deshaun Watson to play I think cornerback or wide receiver. So what they do, and I've seen it when I was at UGA, the black quarterbacks who get recruited, they immediately switch them to DB or wide receiver. They rarely give them an opportunity to really learn the system and play quarterback. The white quarterbacks, they're more patient with them. And it isn't I guess, a situation where the white quarterbacks are just more talented. It's just, I don't know what the reason or why they immediately, if you're a black quarterback and you run faster than a 4.5, 4.6 40, they already, like your freshman year, hey, once you go play wide receiver, you want to play wide receiver, you want to play cornerback. But with the white quarterbacks who, to be honest with you, who get into the schools and suck, they never steer them to play another position. And that's just what I noticed all across the board. So like O'Shea mentioned about Steve McNair, that's a story of just about every black quarterback coming out of high school, unless they were just the fucking man. They want you to switch to tight end, they want you to switch to corner, they want you to switch to wide receiver. They're not patient with you. They don't want to spend time developing you. And you could be just as good and faster than, your white counterpart. But the minute you drop back, let me tell you how petty this shit is. The minute you drop back and decide to scramble, they're going to say, okay, he's not a pocket passer. He doesn't stay in the pocket. He's not patient enough. Let's switch him to another position. I've seen this time and time again. So it's just they don't give the opportunity to a lot of these black quarterbacks and allow them to develop into quarterbacks. Like after their freshman year, they're like, okay, we got to switch. We got to put them in a different position. We got to give them a different role. But the white quarterbacks, they'll stay patient with them. They'll develop them. They'll, give them the opportunity to learn the system and all this other stuff.
Let me go to Angry Man real quick. Before that, Antoine Randall L is a good example. He's a guy who put up a lot of big numbers. University of Indiana as a quarterback, and he's too short. Let me switch you over to receiver. Okay, Angry Man, I know you over there, man, looking like a you all right, player? You want some coffee or something?
I'm good. I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
Your turn, man. Your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try to remember what I was gonna say, man. But the quarterback is the leader of the team, plain and simple. And the idea that white quarterbacks perform better than black quarterbacks is ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. The white quarterback, see, they can't do this like athletically. Black people outperform white people athletically. Like this is a reality. This is not no fiction. Part of it comes from the whole, slavery aspect of it, where, most of the time they would try to mate the biggest freaking male black slave with the female that performed the best. This is how you end up with a race of people in the United States that perform like this in sports and shit.
Well, how about Africans and Nigerians, people like that come over here, do the same thing? Eli Apple and guys like
but
that.
you're still dealing with a genetically superior specimen. Still dealing with genetic superiority. There are quarterbacks that I can name that are awesome and can outperform most white quarterbacks if they're given the opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? But in most cases, they're not given the opportunity. Michael Vick came into the league a pure monster. And what did he get locked up for? He got locked up for some shit that somebody was doing at his house that he wasn't even there when it was happening. And they locked him up for that shit.
What he did was, it was a gambling part he got locked up for. That was illegal.
But he wasn't there. Like,
nah, but he funded it though. That's the thing. Like, I agree with you. He wasn't there with the dogfighting, so it's unfair for him to get labeled with the whole dogfighting thing. That happened right here in my area where I'm at. It was all over the news locally. But he got in trouble for it.
But it's ridiculous. And you in ABL, you're from VA, so you know they even did some bullshit with his younger brother.
Oh no, that's not
Marcus.
Marcus, no, Marcus. Marcus, no. I've seen Marcus around. Marcus, no, that's
Marcus
not
is a clown dude. Marcus is fucking up. Marcus is a clown.
This is what happened with Marcus. Because I remember at the time I was living in Roanoke. He got caught up in some statutory rape bullshit. And I never forget it because every time you look up, he was on the news. And I'm like, why do they keep messing with this dude? Like, okay, first of all, let's Dynast, you know what I'm saying? I know you're an athlete, but you are in the low percentage of athletes that are super intelligent. A lot of athletes are not really that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of athletes are jocks.
It's dumb.
You feel me? I'm not gonna say dumb, but
please,
a lot of athletes are jocks. You know what I'm saying? And if you go through school and you have a certain talent to do certain things, you're gonna get a little bit of preferential treatment. When you take that shit out into the real world, it's gonna get you caught up.
True.
It's gonna get you caught up in some shit. So I wouldn't look at his younger brother like he's a fuck up. He's just one of the typical athletes that feel like he can get away with certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to the quarterbacks, the running backs, that's not a leader position. That's a being instructed position. That's you look at the quarterbacks we have. You look at freaking Michael Vick, Cam Newton, Warren Moon. I could go down the list of black quarterbacks. The problem is they're not, just like Dynast was saying, they're not given the opportunity to lead the damn team. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing when you go over to the NBA. You have players, you have the NBA being predominantly black, but you have the owners and the coaches being mostly white. That's a reality, man. That's a reality. What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it is it's like the 2017 version of Mandingo fighting. That's what's wrong with it.
If it's Mandingo fighting, then why would the owner make a difference? Because if you got the same sport being played with black players, then you change the owners from white to black. Then how is the actual act any different than what Mandingo fighting is?
If you change the owners to
from white to black.
From white to black, because when you change the owners from white to black, it goes from being a group of people that are profited on or being profited from to where they can actually engage in the ownership of what they're being used for. You understand?
What I'm saying is the act that they're doing is the same. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but you got to realize, if you went back to slavery, and you had just as many black people that were slave owners as well, you understand? And slavery was more like indentured servitude, like it was in other countries where you would have slavery being a class system instead of based on a race system. It changes the whole dynamic. It's a whole different thing. You understand? But if you have, like, we're in America, so because of the fact that we're in America and we're looking at institutions that seem to be the same with a new face on it, you understand, and have remnants of certain things that came from slavery, the easiest way to debunk that is, oh, look, you have just as many black owners as you do white owners. I mean, and you look at what Larry Johnson did when he said something about starting a league, starting a whole league with just black owners and shit. Man, they shut him down so quick, it make your damn head spin. They was ready to just boycott him and blackball him. You know, it's a power thing.
Well, we had a league, we had a black baseball league before Major League Baseball became incorporated. But what happened to that?
It's the same thing. It got the same thing that's happening right now to Walmart versus Amazon. Like the bigger entity is going to end up swallowing the smaller entity.
No, we didn't get bought out or anything. We just decided to move over to Major League Baseball and abandon the Negro leagues.
Because there was more money in that, and there was more exposure.
So why not? Like I'm saying, like what I'm saying is, why not keep your own thing? Why not keep what you own? You may make less money, it may be less well put together, but it's still yours. Why abandon it? Like we had our own thing. So there's people say, okay, we can start our own league. Well, of course, if we start our own league, it's going to be less money. You're not going to be able just to get to the level of the NFL overnight. It took you a very long time to get there. So why not just stick with what you got, even if it's not a whole lot of money, and work with that rather than going to the white people stuff? You see what I'm saying?
Of course not, because but see, you got to think about the time frame in which that happened. Back then, black people didn't realize the significance of owning our own thing. We were focused on integration.
But before integration didn't come about into the 60s.
Yeah, but it didn't come about. It didn't happen till the 60s, but we were trying to do that for a very long time.
People think we're thinking about it. I just want to chime in real quick. I know this is a good debate, but also, here's the thing, because Angry Man made a good point about quarterbacks being black, and you have to understand the stigma about black people are being, like the same reason why we don't support black businesses is the same reason why there are not a lot of black quarterbacks. Even Russell Wilson, who won a Super Bowl, they talk about this all the time, that the bullshit that they put up with receivers not wanting to take orders from black quarterbacks. We talk about this too. A lot of black receivers respect white quarterbacks more for the fact that they are white than black quarterbacks. Russell Wilson's talked about this. White quarterbacks have talked about, the other black quarterbacks talk about this, that even other players that are black have much more respect for white quarterbacks than they do black. And
it's a meritocracy, in my opinion. I think they respect the best player. That's what it is. If you see a white guy on the bench and a black guy on the bench, and you know the white guy is a better player, you're going to respect him to be the leader of the team versus the black guy. It ain't about nothing else. Just like if you got a receiver, you're going to respect the best one. If you got Randy Moss sitting next to Wes Welker, I mean, come on. Wes Welker's not a bad player, but Randy Moss is clearly better. They're going to respect the better player. It's a meritocracy, in my opinion.
Well, I can tell you like this. I had an incident, right, Anthony? I'm not going to call the YouTuber's name.
Okay.
YouTuber was writing for me. Okay.
Uh-oh.
On my website.
Here we go.
I kind of agree with you, but I kind of disagree with you. Angry Man, calm down. We can go to Steve after this, because Steve, you were there in the corner setting up a drug deal in Mexico, but on his phone. I had a person that was, stop the show. Look at Angry Man, man. That's why I can't tell him shit, because you see what he's doing? You have a dude that was writing for free in the white manosphere for returnofkings.com, A Voice for Men, the Good Men Project, wrote for free, had articles in on time. Here I am, a black man who giving you an opportunity. I'm paying you to write for me, paying you in advance. Doing something that no other white, something that a white person would never do. And do you know that the Negro had the nerve to tell me, you know what? I know my article's due today. I don't feel like doing it. I'm not going to do it.
Now I know who you're talking about.
I'm taking the day off. I'm not going to do it.
And then he picked his cane up.
So what I'm saying is, as black people, Anthony, We had to call you by your full Christian name. We have to acknowledge, man, we got a big problem with respecting each other. Now, me, you, and Dynas and Steve Dean, we all respect each other as black men, which is why we can come on and do this podcast, and I can donate to your channel. You can support my channel. I can go to Angry Man's channel and support him and Dynas. All black men don't think like we do, man. If all black men were in our thinking pattern, we would have a different fucking community. But do you know that these niggas, I gotta haul them, they don't respect us like that. We don't respect each other, man. We will have a black boss, dude. I've seen dudes that have black managers, man, and will disrespect that black man. And when a white manager come, and that manager is good, because I know my site as an editor-in-chief. I'm a damn good editor-in-chief. Look at my goddamn site. I'm an editor. I'm a good editor-in-chief. My numbers prove it. I took a site that was ranked 7 million in the fucking world to 489,000. My site is worth $16,000 on Worth the Web right now. I'm a damn good editor.
Yes, sir.
In chief. And that motherfucker, I'm paying this. Sorry.
But it's you got to realize now. Let me say this. Like ABL, I see the point you're making. I see the point. I see the point you're making. Trust that I'm not dismissing your point, but see, you got to realize that the process of slavery, as much as I hate to bring it up, the process of slavery was the foundation for certain programs and certain things, and to this day we still have a certain amount of that social programming. So this is why
say that again. That's what we got to talk about.
We still have a certain amount of social programming that attacks our subconscious mind. Now, those of us who are aware of it, you know what I'm saying, we can kind of fend against it, like, okay, why am I doing this, or why am I behaving this way? Let me tighten up, because like right now I won't allow black folks to use slavery as an excuse. I won't. You know what I'm saying? It pisses me off when they do. But I do acknowledge that there still is a certain amount of social programming that actually hurts individuals who may be less intellectual, because there's some people out here that swear up and down they're the most intellectual, and they're not. They're not even close to it. You know what I'm saying? They believe they are. You know, they even have little fans that's on their channel that think they're the most intellectual. You know, they even rose him up above the black manosphere. They said, "Oh, you're the most intellectual," who made a completely idiotic statement. He actually used empirical evidence to prove why women behave a certain way. If anybody with any intelligence that doesn't know what's wrong with that statement, you used a logical, empirical, scientific data to point out why women did something. Have you lost your mind? Anyway, but getting back to the point. There's a certain amount of social programming that makes him believe that, okay, you know, I'm gonna go over here and write for free for white people and never challenge them on anything. I'm gonna make sure I'm on time. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make sure I meet my deadline, all of that shit, because I want the respect of those white dudes. But then when he comes to somebody else that looks like him, you know, you can tear that person down. Fuck you. You know, I ain't got to do shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that social programming that makes him feel like, oh, well, I have to give more respect to this group than that group. And it's the same thing that's going on in the NFL when it comes to these running backs that don't want to listen to black quarterbacks, or even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because that freaking Super Bowl with the Panthers, I had watched them block for him the whole damn season. The whole season they blocked for this dude. They blocked for Cam Newton, did their jobs. On the big game day, it was like he didn't even have a damn line. I was like, what the hell is going on?
So you think they did it intentionally to sabotage them to lose the Super Bowl for themselves, to deny themselves of a ring opportunity?
Well, you know what? Look, I'm not gonna jump into conspiracies. This is all I'm gonna say. This is all I'm gonna say. Now, I haven't played college football. You know what I'm saying? I played a little bit when I was younger, high school and shit like that. But I do know for a fact that if they got a problem with the quarterback, if your line got a problem with you, or they got issues with you, they will do shit like that. They'll step out the way and let them tear your ass up. Like straight up and down.
I have to agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that. He has a point. I have witnessed some whiffing blocks.
Yeah.
As far as payback, not necessarily in the games, but definitely in practice. So I definitely agree with him.
Well, social.
Let me go to Steve real quick, because Steve been waiting to talk here. Steve, before you go to social program, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that black men, because we know there are a lot of, very few black quarterbacks in the NFL, very few black coaches in the NFL, very few black coaches in the NBA, although we have a lot of black players. Do you think that one of the reasons why is, number one, white owners think black people are not so good at leading or being capable of leading players, and number two, even if they are capable of leading, then the black players will look at them as less than, and they're better off suited with white coaches, and that white men can get more out of black men, more productivity out of black men than white men can.
What was the coach? Okay, black. I think they're worried about. I think the owners are worried about the coaches that can lead. I think that's their fear for those guys, because if you're a strong man and you can lead people to do whatever the fuck you want them to do. So they don't want a strong person in place there. But I forgot who. Oh, let me give you an example. Prime example. When you put a strong person as a black coach. Because I'm ready to piss about a lot of people off, so get the coon buttons ready, guys. Get him all in the chat room, get them ready. But because of a bunch of lazy, shiftless ass black people that want to complain, and let me give you an example. There was a coach named Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary was a hard-nosed, old-school coach that had a great resume. Came from one of the best defenses of all time. He was trying to coach a knucklehead ass motherfucking monkey that chose not to listen to him, Vernon Davis.
Oh boy.
And again, see, the problem is now let's
end up getting his respect later though. He did get it.
But it was too late now, because they got rid of him for Mike voiced his opinion. What did he say? You can't teach him. Can't teach them anything nowadays. They don't want to listen. All they want to do is whine, bitch, moan, and complain. And this is what we have, which goes back to what Angry Man saying, the social programming, is that I tell every black man, learn your history. Please learn your history. Learn where you came from. Learn what they went through to get you where you're at. But don't use that shit as a fucking excuse to why you ain't where you're at today. There is no such thing. Listen, okay, look, guys, there's racism. So now what you gonna do? Hey, white people hate you now. So now what you gonna do? What the fuck? Now that you know that there are white people that are against you, what are you gonna do? Now you know. So you can't say you didn't know, but now that's for a lot of weak ass people. They want, with social programming, that's your crutch, because you have an external locus of control which says that it's easy to be lazy and sit on your ass and blame people. But what the fuck are you doing every day? What are you doing to be better? What are you doing to grow your business? Oh, I forgot. Most of you don't have a business because most of you think the white man's hold you down. That's why you don't have that shit. But yet you want to get mad at those who are who are trying to give you information. You know what? This is how you can tell niggas from black men. Because when black men give niggas information, niggas, the first thing want to do is say something negative or talk shit about that motherfucker instead of shutting the fuck up and listening. But if it was a white man saying it, oh yeah, Miss Charlie, yeah, that's Charlie. Oh yeah, okay, I listen to you exactly. That's the problem with what we have today. It's not the black men we have to worry about, because the black men, you got black men on this panel, love and respected black men. It's the niggas that's on the panel, or that's out there that feel, that has this rage and anger, and the rage and anger is pointed at the wrong person. You need to point that shit at your ain't shit mother that showed you that you weren't gonna be shit because she took you away from your daddy and didn't show you what a man is supposed to be. You getting mad at the wrong people. You're blaming the wrong people. You won't even look at yourself in the mirror and see that you're part of the fucking problem. You wanna, and again, social programming. You're so angry. You think taking a knee or boycotting the NFL is gonna stop the NFL knuckleheads? Do you really think that? Do you really think Spike Lee? Now you know how they shut his ass up. It's funny, Spike Lee tried to build this shit up, but now Spike all quiet now. You know why? Because when you fuck with the powers that be, they can fuck with his movies now. Spike is powerful, but he ain't too powerful. Again, guys, remember, there's a man out there, guys. I'm telling you, there's a white man somewhere pushing buttons that are holding you down. Now that you know this shit, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna still complain about it, or are you gonna do something about it? And that's the problem, O'Shea.
But you know what, Steve? Here's the thing that I remember when I was a kid, and I was in my father's house. Now, as a teenager, when I was in my father's house, my father paid every bill in the house. Every single bill that had to be paid, he paid it and worked his ass off. And I would complain about certain shit. And you know what he would say to me? Your pops probably said the same thing to you. I tell you what.
Who the fuck is on Facebook?
When you get a house.
My bad.
When you get a house of your own and you pay your own damn bills, then you can do whatever the hell you want to do. That's called paying the cost to be the boss. But see, this is what a lot of black people don't realize. You're not going to get in the NFL and tell them people what to do in their damn house.
Exactly.
Okay, like, we understand this concept when we're children, which is why when we get old enough, we move the fuck out.
Yes.
And we get our own damn house. The problem is, once we're adults, we just moved into another house that is owned by somebody else. And what you got to realize is, if you are in somebody else's house, you cannot, I was talking about it earlier with these changes YouTube is making. I can't tell YouTube shit about their house.
Right.
The only thing I can do is follow their rules and maneuver where I can maneuver. That's what you do when you in your mama's house. That's what you do in your daddy's house. Well, now, if you want to go out and start something that's your own, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I may have to maneuver in YouTube like that, but when it comes to my house, I maneuver the way I want to. When it comes to the Angry Man brand, I maneuver the way I want to. If I go over to my website, where my website is being hosted, do what the fuck I want to do over there, because that's my house. You see what I'm saying? And I can put what I want to put out there. But see, black people, they never understand that concept. And the reason why they never understand that concept, and now I'm about to really piss some people off.
Come on, go
get the coon button. Get the coon button ready. Get the coon button ready.
The reason why you don't understand that concept is because a lot of you grow up in single mother homes.
There you go.
Where your mama, everything she get is given to her by the government. So she don't have no concept of paying the cost to be the boss. So she never taught you the concept of paying the cost to be the boss. So you think you supposed to do the same shit that she do to get what you want, which is to go to somebody's fucking office and complain about what the fuck you don't have. Well, and after you complain about it, then they give it to you.
Angry man, why think they jobs taking knees at their job? That you see how fucking fickle they are? Why aren't they on their knees at their job if they want to be all about Kaepernick? Why aren't they doing
You know what? I'm glad you said that, Steve. I'm gonna say this shit right here. You happy that Colin Kaepernick took a knee in the NFL, making millions of dollars, and your motherfucking ass won't take a knee at Burger King, nigga?
Paycheck to paycheck, motherfuckers.
Burger King. You won't quit Burger King, but you want this nigga to quit a multi.
I mean, how was quitting your job empowering you? That make no sense.
It's not. Cutting off your revenue stream is not empowering.
Let me do this real quick, you guys. I know we got. Let me just weigh in real quick on this. So, we'll take a little bit of a break. We have a great podcast tonight. 242 people watching. I actually had sent Kevin Samuels the link. I don't know why he didn't click on it, but I need everybody. Few things, okay. 242 people watching right now. 243. I need 75 people to go and hit the like button, and it's crazy because I gotta tell y'all this like every damn day.
You should. That's my point, O'Shea. This is the nigga shit we talk. If it was a white, I bet you, hey dog, you ready for this? Going, hey, get the coon buttons ready. I didn't mean to interrupt you, O'Shea. If this was a white panel or a white audience, you wouldn't have to ask them shit. Because they would support you so much, they would hit the button without you wouldn't even have a chance to form your mouth to say hit the button. But this is the problem we talking. You got to do this every week, every day, O'Shea, and that shows you what the way we think. They are getting valuable information, and they can't hit a like. They ain't shit.
Let's get the
you know what?
More. Go ahead, Steve.
But you know what it is? You know what it is? It's a shitload of people in here watching, just waiting for you to say something fucked up. That's what it is. Like, there's a bunch of people that's watching because they want to watch you, but there's some people in here that's haters. They just like, I'm gonna watch him and see. As soon as he say something fucked up, I'm gonna call that nigga coon. Fuck that. I'm gonna lynch that nigga coon ass nigga. Fuck O'Shea. They got a button on their keyboard that's not even a letter. Yeah, it just says coon on it.
They just hit that button. Just damn that button. Broke ass niggas. Broke minds. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hey, I'm sorry, O'Shea. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. Please go ahead and ask them to do something that they should be doing on their own. Please continue.
Okay, hold on a second. So I got a lot of stuff going on here right now. Hold on. So we have Kevin Samuels coming on. Poker, it'll be toward the end of the show because we have like he wants to just go one of my moderators. He said he just wants to come on and just say stop the show. That's it. So before the show is over, I'm gonna let him do that because he's a and thank you, King Dimitri, for the donation. Listen, I really appreciate all of you brothers, man, and from the bottom of my heart, and I'm pretty sure from those on the Angry Man's channel because we share some of the same fans. We really appreciate you guys when you like the button, even though I got to tell you niggas at the same time, all the time. We do appreciate that, and we're gonna go straight to Dynasty here, let him weigh in on some things, but when you guys circulate the donations, and you guys allow us, when you guys donate to the super chats, what we are working on right now is the ebook is completed, right? As far as the information, it is going into into design mode, stuff like that. We have the Negro Manosphere on Facebook. It's going to be able to allow Steve the Dean to do his shows on there and stream in the Angry Man. When you guys are supporting us on the chats, liking the videos, it allows us to get money to build our own community. Even though this is a smaller community that we have, right? Our corner of YouTube is very small. But Anthony Brian Logan made a great point in saying, you guys, they have the Negro League. You can keep it going, even though we may not be as big as other YouTubers. It allows us to keep building our infrastructure. So we do thank you when you guys do donate to my channel, Steve's channel. It comes back. We're able to do more things, and we are doing more things. So just know that we are really growing. And speaking of that, before we go to Dynasty, we have 236 people watching right now, right? I know many of you are on Facebook. The Negro Manosphere Facebook page, there will not be a Negro Manosphere YouTube, but there will be the Negro Manosphere video content exclusively coming out on the Facebook fan page. I would suggest all of you who are in the chat, do me a favor. I need 50 people to like us on Facebook, the Negro Manosphere on Facebook. I'm posting it there. I want you to click in here, click on that link, support us on the Negro Manosphere just by clicking the link, okay? So we really want you guys to do that. Support us over there. We're gonna have exclusive content. We're gonna have some contests on there, and we're gonna be really doing some great things for you, brother. So I really appreciate you. Let me go over to Dynast real quick. Dynast.
Yeah.
What is your take with, I know we're talking about the Ezekiel Elliot thing, but we're talking about the protests, black people. And before I do that, you're doing an excellent job, bro, with what you're doing on your channel. I gotta, before I ask the question, you have interviewed some awesome people, man, from across Africa as of late. How to do business in Ghana. I saw a little bit of that one. How to do business in Namibia, Kenya. Brother, you were putting in a lot of work right now, fam.
I appreciate it, man.
I gotta really stop the show, man. Before I ask the question, Dynast practice what he preach, man. He spends his time, and he's a business professional dude, makes a lot of money in his personal life. But he actually is reaching out to people across Africa. And sometimes they don't even have good internet, man. But he is doing interviews for his community, telling black people how to do business in Ghana. He's reaching out, man. He did one in Senegal, a guy from Ivory Coast, a guy from Ghana and Kenya. He's the only person that on Black YouTube doing that. And I gotta say, that's powerful stuff, man. You really reaching out, trying to give brothers an opportunity in other places, man. And for that, I gotta say, man, there's nobody doing what you're doing right now. Shout out to you.
Appreciate it.
That. What do you think about black people protesting, like Angry Man said, for the league not hiring Kaepernick? And you're a brother that's telling black people, look, man, we need to do our own shit. Let's do business where we can do business at and stop worrying about these white people.
Right. I mean, I think they have a right to protest. I wouldn't tell them not to protest. But again, I think there's so many other opportunities out there that right now I'm just really focusing on developing relationships in Africa and opportunities in Africa. I understand why they would want to protest because, again, I play football, and I've literally witnessed teammates punch their old lady in the mouth and get suspended for a game, or if anything. But then you have a guy who takes a kneel, who kneels down during the national anthem. He's treated like he's public enemy number one now. So I understand the double standard, and I understand why people want to protest. But at the same time, I mean, my thing is the black players in the NFL are barely even protesting. They don't care because they want that check. So it's like, if they don't give a fuck, then I'm to the point now, I think really the people shouldn't really care anyway, and just really let that segment or demographic of the black community go. Because, like Stephen Dean said a while ago, even though he said about Kaepernick, the majority of these NFL athletes, rappers, entertainers, they give a damn about the black community as a whole anyway. Mm-hmm. So, like me, I really stopped watching NFL football. I mean, I'm a Raiders fan, but I really stopped watching NFL football like 3-4 years ago. I will watch my alma mater in college, University of Georgia. But you're just supporting entities and people that could really give two fucks about the black collective. So, I mean, I understand why they're going to, protest. I do think they need to bring awareness to the situation because, again, you have this double standard where literally players can punch their old lady in the mouth and get suspended for a game, but a guy takes a kneels down, takes a knee during the national anthem. I mean, all hell breaks loose. So I definitely think they should bring attention to that. And also, too, is a wake-up call for these black athletes. I mean, and again, I play football at the University of Georgia. Racism in football is a real thing, especially from the fans. And so, I know they try to ignore it because they're paid a lot, but the racism in football specifically definitely needs to be called out and addressed. And I think the league is doing a terrible job by not addressing it. The NCAA is doing a terrible job by not addressing it, but racism is rampant in football, and I've experienced it firsthand. And so I think it's bringing awareness to that. So that's why I'm for the protest. But again, until black athletes take a stand as a collective and really do something about it, I mean, the NFL is going to keep going. So
let me ask ABL here. Let me do some shout outs real quick. Yardley Moles, when are you going to do a video of the black family structure versus the Asian structure? I've never thought about that. Don't know how to do something like that, I guess, because Asian family structure is not fucked up as much, and black family structure is fucked up. What's the need for a video? James O, this is a good show. Thank you. Freelance running, drop it in the tip jar. Zeke is a bitch ass nigga. Go Giants. Petty philosophy. Really looking forward to these brothers' streams. Thank you so much, man. Let me ask you this, not Dynast, but ABO. Black people, okay, because Angry Man made a point. The NFL only respects money. So does Steve Dean. Should black people be trying to buy their own NFL team, a black company pulling their money together to buy a franchise, or should the black people? What would you do if you were a billionaire? Would you try to start your own league, or would you try to buy into the NFL as an owner operator?
Okay, I got something to say about that. Ice Cube has a league. Do you know what it's called? Is
it like the 3-on-3 league?
Do you know what it's called, though? That's what I'm saying. Do you know what it's called? My point exactly. That's my point. Anybody gonna watch it? Like, look, that's what I'm saying. We had the Negro leagues. We abandoned that. Like, we had it. Like, it was there. It was set up. We had it. We abandoned it. So history is going to repeat itself. That's the problem. We are not able, for some reason, I don't know why, we're not able to create something and hold on to it and make it be sustainable over a long period of time. I don't know why, but it just is what it is. That's been proven. And we got the big three. That's Ice Cube's league. It's a 3-on-3 basketball league featuring former NBA stars. You had Allen Iverson, but he been acting up. But you had Allen Iverson, Kenyon Martin, guys like that are in the league still playing at an okay level. They're older, so they're not like, the young guys out there, 20, 21 years old, doing 360 dunks, but they're doing okay. But who's really watching that? I heard about it a lot on social media right when it first came out, but after that, I haven't heard anything about it. So, I mean, I think we just need to just stick with what we got going on right now. I don't really see us being able to create something and making it be something big, because who's going to support it? And if we do, it will be many, many, many years before it gets to the level of an NBA or NFL or even close to it. Okay.
I think Angry Man was kind of saying the same thing. He's talking about the generational.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Angry Man, can we have our own?
But who's really watching that? I heard about it a lot.
Somebody is echoing like a
Kevin.
Who is that?
That's me. I'm sorry.
So
okay, I got you on mute. Angry Man, do we have an issue with? I mean, if you're, let's say you got Angry Man Enterprises, you worth $1 trillion, right?
Yeah.
Besides opening up a collard green drive-through restaurant, which will make you other trillions of dollars, right? In a Harlem Shake dance studio, would you consider buying an NFL franchise, or would you consider starting your own NFL league, knowing AFL, Angry Man Football League?
Like I would attempt to buy a freaking football team, but there's a lot of shit that goes into that. Like, it's not a matter.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
It's not a matter of simply just purchasing it. It's a bunch of shit that you got to do. You got to have a squeaky clean image, because the NFL they try their best to stay away from scandal. So there's a lot that goes into that. But going back to what ABL was saying, there's a reason that nobody really supports Ice Cube's league like that. It's called social programming.
Mm-hmm.
We are taught not to support one another. We are taught on a regular basis in every single aspect of life. It's not blatant and in your face. It's little things, like there being more white quarterbacks than black quarterbacks, like there being more white coaches, more white owners. We are taught on a subconscious level not to support black business, not to build anything. We are taught that shit on a regular damn basis. And, you know, for anybody that says, oh, well, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, it does matter. Like, let's say for argument's sake that I'm a teacher in a classroom. And it's the old days, which means the teacher can pretty much do whatever he want to do. You can break out the yardstick if he want to and whoop your ass. You can do whatever you want to do. So let's say that I got half white students and half black students.
Okay.
If a white student raised their hand to answer the question, I allow them to answer the question. If a black student raised their hand, I walk over and slap them in their face. Every time.
Okay.
Bow! And then walk back over there. And then, you know, when a white person raised their hand, say, oh, okay, Timmy, you can answer the question. How long do you think I would have to do that before black people would stop raising their hand? See, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. And I'm not making no excuses for black people. I'm just trying to point out why black people do what they do.
Okay.
Like they're constantly being taught not to. A prime example is in the chat room right now. There's a dude. If you go back to where you were promoting the Negro Manosphere and talking about, you know, promoting and supporting the brothers, there's a dude named B.O. He says, I donated to Tommy. He still ain't made the DVD, so never again. So my thing is this. What the fuck do Tommy Sotomayor have to do with what's going on over here? That's how brothers think. It's like, well, you know, if you say, hey man, donate $5 to what I got going on, they're gonna say, well, you know, I donated to Frank across the street. He didn't do what he was supposed to. Nigga, what the fuck do Frank across the street got to do with what I got going on? Now keep in mind, at the same time that this nigga said this shit, he's watching your shit for free. He's in here right now watching your shit, talking about some, well, I donated to Tommy, so never again. Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. Like, yo, let me tell you something.
I think what he's saying, though.
He was just saying that. He was talking about it.
I think because he has donated before here, but I think I don't know why he said that.
Have to do with
you might have cut out in the context, I think.
But still, think about this for a second. I'm gonna put this to you, ABL, because I know you're gonna be 100% honest about this shit.
All right.
Let's say, for argument's sake, that I have a fundraiser, and I'm a white guy. You know, my name is Chet Worthington III, and I'm in my country and I'm having a fundraiser. Okay, so I got people all up in here. It's a really nice event. Everybody's dressed nice, and you know, I'm telling everybody to break out the checkbooks. Okay, because we're trying to raise money for whatever cause or whatever business, and then all of a sudden, some guy that's there, he's a white guy, and he says to me, well, you know, I donated some money last year to such and such, and he didn't do what he said he was going to do, so I'm never going to do that again. ABL, do you think that dude is going to be invited to my next fundraiser?
Well, I mean, I
don't know, ABL.
Well, because I got to defend the dude that was in the chat. I think he might have kind of cut that out of context. So it looked like he was saying, well, I donated to Tommy. He didn't come through. So I'm going to donate to O'Shea, but that's not what it was. But if that's what he meant, then I understand what you were saying. I do understand where you're coming from, if that's what he meant.
But see, here's the thing. Why would you even bring up Tommy's name? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe you missed the first part of the conversation. He was talking. I don't know. I'm trying to look out for the dude in the chat.
I'm gonna roast his ass because what is he bringing up? Okay, here's my thing. I'm a firm believer in the power of positive energy and negative energy. You understand what I'm saying? So like if I'm driving down the street, like let's say I'm driving down the street in my car and my girl is sitting over there and she said, man, I hope the tire don't go out. I'm gonna be like, Why would you even say some shit like that? Like, don't even bring that type of stuff up while I'm driving. Like, why would you bring it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that nigga mentality, man. I'm telling you right now. Like yeah,
man, Steve ended up leaving.
Did he?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
See, look at that. See what I mean? Y'all niggas in the chat room done ran Steve off.
And he had to go. He did tell me he had to go. Someplace. Okay. All right. Let's bring on Kevin Samuel. Welcome to the podcast, bro.
And you know what? I'm gonna point something out real quick. I see what you got going on over there, ABL. ABL, let me just ask you. Do you got one of them desks that you can lift that can you can transition so you can stand up in front of it?
Yes.
I knew it.
I love it. Hey, you gotta get one, man. I love it.
Man, I thought about getting one, but my desk is like an L shape, so I don't know if they have one that would accommodate that.
I mean, it's not that big. It's not that big. It's probably about a 32-inch base width, so it ain't that big.
Okay, yeah, man.
Hey, hold on a second. Leonard Thompson. Hey, what's up, fam? Are you a subscriber to? If you're not subscribed to this channel, I know there's some people who he says this popped up in my you should watch this. Let me ask you, Leonard, it's your first time here, fam? Shout out to you if it is. But if this is your first time here, comment, welcome, say hello. Because I didn't know this. I guess this video, when you're trending a topic, it will just suggest it live. So we get people who are typically not watching, they just watch. But if you guys are just coming in here, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We definitely want you here. Hit the bell. We're trying to basically get things together. So before we go to Kevin, do me a favor, brother. There's 236 people watching, right? We need 18 more people to like the video. We got ABL standing up in a burgundy polo. We got Kevin Samuels with the Ron DMC $3,000 shades on. We got Angry Man with many different types of cigarettes in his mouth. And Dynas with a damn. If I say daishiki, he gonna be mad because it's not a daishiki. What is that, Dynas?
A Capitan.
See, he ain't no damn daishiki. It's a Capitan, nigga. Don't ever say daishiki to Dynas.
Nah, that's the worst. No, don't do that.
Don't do that. He whip your ass. I need 14 more people to like the video. Give us up to 200. I'm always trying to get you niggas to like shit and do things. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in getting everything I'm supposed to get out of life. So give me the 200 likes. What's going on, man? What do you feel about what we're talking about, Kevin? I know you're just coming into the thing, into the show, and welcome, man. How do you feel about this Ezekiel Elliot thing and him being suspended? You think it's bullshit? What's your weigh in on it?
Well, of course I think it's bullshit, but it is what it is. Angry Man asked a question when he came in and said, well, what happened to the Josh Brown dude? And didn't he only get suspended for like a game versus this guy got 6? And the only thing what I keep hearing people say is, well, at least, he copped to it. And he's young in his career and he can put this behind him and move forward. And I'm like, why do we have to make these kind of stupid arguments? Well, I don't want to say stupid arguments like that to try to justify something that's blatantly unfair and wrong. It's just like we're at a point in society where we just have a problem answering truthful questions. How many times do you hear our politicians get asked a yes or no question and the fucking answer comes back, it all depends? It all depends. It all depends. And I got to catch myself with that. That's the first sign that's the first sign of some fuckery going on. So number one, number two, what I caught the tail end of the quarterback conversation. And what I was hearing about, black men not being able to follow other black men in positions of authority. You can take that from the NFL, take it into business, take it anywhere. Look, take it to O'Shea's channel. You did a video talking about black men going their own way. And then Sandman did it with the best thing since fucking sliced bread.
Say that shit again.
I mean, it's right there. I mean, how many times will, honestly, I used to do a little salt and pepper thing when I was in corporate America. I worked with a white woman and a white man. I knew that there were places that I could not sell. So I would knock on the door, cold call the place, set it up, and let them come in and close behind me. I mean, that goes down to the fact of what you, like Steve said, what you gonna do anyway. Yep. These are the rules. This is the way it is. We know it ain't fair. So it is enough to make you want to holler, though. And I'll leave it there.
Let me ask. I gotta go to. Let's see who was next. So ABL. We'll go back to ABL and Angry Man and Dynas. ABL. It seemed like now. Not trying to single you out, brother, because I love you like a play cousin.
No doubt.
Like a play cousin. Because we conservatives gotta stick together. No doubt. But you have a little bit of a different idea, because it seems like me, Dynas, Kevin, Angry Man, we're on the same lines of we see certain things. You don't see that. I'm just
be more specific about
because it seems like these particular people, when you say the NFL, there's no signs of, you don't believe the NFL is racist.
I don't think so.
Now here's the thing. I don't think that I think the NFL gives more opportunities than it gives problems. I see the NFL racist maybe in certain things, of like maybe positions with the quarterback thing, but I really, as a whole, don't see the NFL as being racist. I see certain parts of it. You don't think that there's, I mean, what do you see that we are not seeing?
I think the NFL is a meritocracy. I think it's based upon your skill. Okay. What are you able to do? And how are you able to do it? How long you're going to be able to do it? The NFL is a short career. It can be very violent, taxing on your body. Can you perform the task that's laid out in front of you? If you're a quarterback, okay, how good are you? What can you do? What are your skills? Same thing with all the other positions. I think people kind of get offended that they see the NFL and it has mostly white quarterbacks. They say, okay, since the NFL is mostly black, then the quarterback should be also mostly black. But I mean, we don't get offended when you see most all the wide receivers black, most all the running backs black, most all the defensive linemen black, most all the cornerbacks black. We don't get offended when we see that, but we get offended by the white quarterbacks. I don't think it really makes any sense. And then the thing about it, people say it's about leadership. Okay, well, is there an equivalent in the NBA? Everybody in the NBA is black except for the Europeans. There's only probably about 5 American white guys in the whole league out of 400 positions. So, I mean, I just don't really see it. I think it's about meritocracy. Are you able to perform at a high level or not? I mean, look at some of these white quarterbacks we got playing that start that we all know and love. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. I mean, these guys like Hall of Fame caliber. You got other white quarterbacks that go from team to team, but I mean, they're not really that good. You got some black quarterbacks that are very good as well. Cam Newton, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson went to the Super Bowl twice, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
He should have won it twice, too. He should have won it twice. That was the dumbest play ever in history.
Yeah, that was dumb. Should have gave it to Beast Mode, but it is what it is. And that's another thing. Look at all the black running backs, man. You're talking about like some of the best running backs of all time. Like, do we mention any white player as the best player of all time in running back, cornerback, wide receiver, defensive lineman? I'm not really sure. Maybe like any of those positions, it's all black players. But when you're talking about quarterback, it's different. So I don't get offended by that. I look at it as you pick the best player for the position. Now, the reason why they're the best player, I don't know, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Let me go to Dynas, man. Dynas, what do you agree with Anthony Brown Logan saying?
As far as the quarterback position, I don't, because again, I've witnessed black quarterbacks coming to college and not given the opportunity to play quarterback. Coaches not being as patient with them in regards to playing quarterback. You'll have a black quarterback who will come into college after his freshman year, they immediately want to switch them into a different position. Either
I got a question for you. I don't mean to cut you off, but I got a question. So why don't the whites get switched to any other position like wide receiver, running back?
And that's a good question, because I'm telling you, like the quarterbacks, the black quarterbacks that I've seen that get switched, they were better quarterbacks than a lot of the white quarterbacks. Now, I'm not saying necessarily maybe the starting quarterback, but the backup quarterbacks they're better than, but they'll immediately get switched and not given an opportunity to play or compete for the starting job moving forward. And this is immediately like after their freshman year. But for some odd reason, like you just brought up, the white quarterbacks don't get switched. And I don't know why that is.
So it's a college problem more than anything. It's not about the NFL, because the NFL is picking from the talent pool.
But it affects the NFL because, again, when black quarterbacks are getting switched to different positions, then the majority of quarterbacks coming out of college are going to be white. And like I said, this goes on at like just about every university. And it happens out of high school and freshman year in college. I witnessed it several times when I was in college. In college, I'm like, dude, why did they switch you positions? And they're like, well, they thought I'd be a better fit at wide receiver. I'm like, bro, how? So
it's really about the college game, not the NFL.
But yeah, like he's saying, it's still, if this, I went to OU during the Switzer years, and back when Urban was playing in Miami, and it was Jailhouse U. And what's up, yo? Had many frat brothers who sat back and came in, and I would hear them talk about how they came in recruited as quarterbacks, and immediately they were switched to cornerback, running back, whatever. They were recruited as one thing, didn't even get a chance to play. They practiced, but then we ended up putting other people in because they didn't want them in the quarterback. And so we're saying it's a college problem. Yeah. Well, if you put me in as a running back and you see me 2 or 3 years as a running back in college, you're not going to move me to quarterback in the NFL. That's where you stay. So I agree that we don't see a lot of it going the other way, but I've heard this too many times, and I'm not an athlete, but I've heard it too many different times. So, yeah.
Let's talk about Terrell. And somebody brought a good point up. Terrell Pryor. This guy was an actual quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. He's a good athlete. Let's look, 2013, he started 9 games. He passed for 1,798 yards, 7 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. 57%. And now in Cleveland, he's which is funny, man. In 2016, he caught 77 balls for 1,007 yards. He got converted. This is just show the skill.
Is that a bad thing, or is that because he did good as a receiver?
Yeah, well, he did do good as a receiver. I think it's a good point that he could have did better, as a quarterback if given the chance. But yeah, he's a hell of a receiver now. That's true. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, this is a guy who's you only really see this with black players.
I'm seeing his stats right here when he was in Oakland. His quarterback rating for the first season, he played in 3 games, and his quarterback rating was 70. And in the second season, he played 11 games, and he had a QBR of 43. So was he really a good quarterback?
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Let me say about that. He played
that year when his QBR was 43. The Raiders sucked. So I just think it's more of him not playing on a good team. You got to take that into consideration as well.
And also, he played 1 game. He had only 14 passes for 30 attempts. So that's not really.
No, that was the first season where you had the 70 QBR. I'm talking about the second season where you had 156 completions out of 272 attempts.
His quarterback rating was 69.1, not 43.
His QBR is different than the rating. His QBR is 43.
What is the QBR? What is that ranking? What does that mean?
It's different than the rating. It says QBR.
Okay, but I'm saying, what is it? We have to understand. I know what a quarterback rating is, but quarterback rating is 43. What does that entail?
That's just a number.
Let's make it simple. He had 7 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He had a 57.4%, which is pretty decent for a quarterback. It's not bad.
11 interceptions.
11 interceptions. Okay, good. 83 rushes, 576 rushing touchdowns. I mean, again, under the right system, and this guy is not a bum at his position. I think with the right particular system, with the right staff that believes in this guy, he can put up some numbers. That's all I'm making the point. I'm not trying to say that you're wrong or I'm right or anything, but
I got you.
Let me do this. Let's see who's next. I'm getting kind of tired and shit. What time is it right now? What time is it? Where y'all at?
11 Eastern.
Yeah, nigga, I'm about to close this shit down. God. I'm tired of you, nigga. This is what we gonna do. Let me do this real quick, right? I know I'm always getting you brothers. I really appreciate you guys. Those people who are not subscribed to the Negro Manosphere, drop your emails. Okay. I actually got to do a blog talk radio show for my Facebook group. So I just did before I came over here. I was actually asleep. I woke up. I did an interview with the single mother that has like 3 kids by 2 different niggas.
Oh boy,
there you go.
Did you
winner
on my other channel? You saw my channel, my interview I did yesterday, right? Anthony Brown Logan with the white girl.
Yeah, I saw that with the white girl. Yeah,
that was pretty interesting, huh?
Yes, it was. Her accent was very interesting. I didn't expect to hear that, so it was very interesting.
Y'all gotta check the interview out, man. I did an interview with a chick that only dates black dudes, and they were killing her in that chat, man.
Oh man, yeah, it was kind of rough.
It was rough. The one today was even rougher. I had a chick that I know named Candy Montana with a K, and she has 2 kids by 3 different dudes, and my baby daddy is a deadbeat.
Oh, I see her.
Yummy.
You gotta watch that interview, man.
I was watching it, and the first thing that was popping up into my head is, man, I was like, man, I don't give a damn about no baby mama struggles.
Tomorrow, let's do a show on baby mama drama.
Nigga.
Oh boy.
Oh wow. I'll be drinking on that motherfucker.
You got kids, Kevin?
Man, come on now. I got one. Really?
It's real. It's real.
That's the one thing I like about being an ugly nigga. I ain't got nobody give me no pussy, so shit, I'm all right. You know what I mean? That's the one thing about being an ugly nigga. You ain't got to have all my boys that got kids. Booby Young got kids. Dinah's got kids. When you ugly, man, you ain't gotta really worry about
nobody want to swap DNA.
No, they be staying clear of me. You know what I mean? Right. Like, oh, this motherfucker. Because if I fuck your baby, everybody know they gonna laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
I'm about to set up. I'm about to go stream myself. I had a delayed one I'm gonna do. So you gonna do it tomorrow about baby mama drama?
Yeah.
It's gonna be about baby mama or a single mother. 2 different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So y'all know, man. So we gonna do that. But once again, you guys drop your emails, man. I see my man Poker. Shout out to him. I thought he didn't want to come on. He was just playing. But everybody, man, the ebook is coming out. Again, I appreciate everybody who's been liking us on the fan page, man. We are going to be doing some great things. My last fan page on Facebook got up to 50,000 people that liked it in the first 4 months. Ask Angry Man, and then Black Women shut it down.
God,
they did, man.
God damn.
Yeah, we were doing. We had videos on there, man, with 3-4 million views on the page. We were just getting so much love, man. We would be at maybe a couple 100,000 likes by now. So I just want to tell everybody thank you. I really appreciate you, brothers, for for you guys participating in tonight's Brother Pill, especially ABL, because ABL is really good for this because he has always the different,
the contrary point of view. Exactly, you need that. Got to have a little bit of a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know what? I was gonna say something about that too. Like some of what ABL was saying today. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with, but at the same time, if I was an employer, I hire ABL before I hire some of these other niggas out here.
Me too.
Straight up and down.
Well,
I disagree with you. But yeah, brother, I'd rather have you here than.
And it's good for people to see black men that can actually have a point of view, sustain it, and then disagree without being disagreeable.
Yes.
I mean, shit. I mean, because all of us think we're all right about a lot of shit, but I actually listened to what he was saying. I was like, you know what? I mean, in its purest sense, it is a meritocracy, and why would I purposely put the worst product out on the field?
Yeah, there's a point about that. Definitely.
So cool. Well, thank you for having me on here for sure, man. I'm glad.
We're gonna do it, man. I know it just be for me. It's so hard, you know, because my body is used to being in the European time zone, and I have to try to, you know, work with the American time zone, and it's very difficult, man. Like I had to wake up and get up and do this because you know I got things that we need to do, and I gotta, you know, keep the, you know, the subscribers coming in and the content coming out and dedicated to this. And so I have another podcast I gotta do from our group. So for those of you who are on Blog Talk Radio, you want to rock with my Facebook group, Fountain of Legends, me and my boy Joe Moss's group, and it's interesting if you are already in there. It is some thirsty shit going on in there. I will tell you that right now. You got a lot of simps in there. A lot of simps. dgary32@yahoo.com. Go ahead and check your email. Hit confirm so you can join the mailing list to the Negro Manosphere. And I'm gonna let everybody. So ABL, where can people find you at Playa?
All right. Hey, man, thank you for the stream tonight. It's been good. You know, great panel as always. Shout out to everybody on the panel and the chat. Appreciate y'all. But my name is Anthony Brian Logan. If you didn't know, you can find me at anthonyblogan.com. That is ANTHONY, the letter B, LOGAN. It should be right here on the screen before you. Also, find me on Twitter, twitter.com/Anthony B. Logan, facebook.com/1776 Logan, and just search on Google Anthony Brian Logan. Everything comes up, and that's it.
All right, cool. Anthony, he just came into the chat. Send the link. He don't even say thank you, please. Send the link. That's what Faulkner be doing that shit too. Send the link. Kevin Samuels, send the link. I'm like, damn. So sure. You know, everybody be done like, man, can y'all just say, can y'all ask? Like, just say, I ain't asking you shit.
This is the first one I've been on about two weeks.
Oh yeah. Send the link. Well, we always do at least some shorter shows. Me and you've done some individual ones. I think I've done an individual hangout with everybody on here at least once. Me and Kevin have done 2. Me and Ingerman have done about 2 million. Me and Anthony and Brian Logan have done 30 million.
I want to interview you on my channel.
Oh well, you know, you might not get nobody watching my ugly ass on the fashion channel, brother. You know,
it's a men's lifestyle channel.
I come on there and talk about tricking or something. You know, paying bitches phone bills and shit. You know?
Hey man, so we all getting flagged for everything anyway. We might as well just turn it up.
I'm gonna make a whole shit. I'm gonna make an O'Shea's trick channel. Watch. Nothing about tricking on hoes.
Oh yeah.
You want to to Anthony Brian Logan?
Yeah, well, not necessarily flat, but demonetized. Like, you know, that whole thing they got with the new buttons.
Yeah. Are you got them demonetized too?
Yeah, it's like it got the yellow button where they say it's getting little to no ads.
Little to no. Dude, I uploaded a video. It's the most Disney G-rated how to prepare for an interview. 6 power tips. I'm using my white folk voice and everything. I mean, it wasn't up there for 30 seconds. And I'm like, well, damn.
Right.
So
shit, mine got demonetized before I started the damn stream.
Oh, that's
what? Yeah. I went into I was getting ready to start the stream, and I hit start. I hadn't started talking to nothing. I went to the options, like the basic like the advanced options to change the
tags,
SEO information, the tags and stuff. And I looked, and that shit said, I was like, what the fuck? I said, I ain't even started this shit yet. I said, no, flag, demonetize that nigga immediately.
Let me ask you this. Did you get any of those reverse?
Man, like you gotta like, they say it might take a week. It says that you gotta reach 1,000 views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Take up to. It may take up to a week. If it takes a week, then you might as well just not monetize it, because in that period of time you've missed to peak views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll you gotta wait. Like you said, wait till 1,000 before they will even consider it.
Oh, your video has to hit 1,000 views.
Yes.
Yeah, it has to hit 1,000 before they'll even consider it.
Oh, they
and,
keep that shit. Oh.
And they're backdating stuff too. Yeah, this
Right.
is this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just about to pull it
channel
up
talking about
Obsidian.
Jesus
I'm
all the
not
time.
even. I'm just gonna pull it Obsidian. I'm not even gonna monetize my shit no more. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's to that point.
That's crazy, man. YouTube. Let me go, Kevin. Where can people find you at, brother?
The easiest way for people to find me is if you just Google if you Google image consultant or personal image consultant, but my business is called Life and Style by Kevin Samuel. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter at by Kevin Samuels, and on YouTube my channel is at by Kevin Samuels. Cool.
Who's that, man? That's my boy. Like I said, again, I gotta shout this brother out, man. Before we go, and Sundays, me and Diners typically have our own show, and everybody else kind of joins in with us. But dude, again, there's nobody on Black YouTube doing what Dynast is doing in the world right now. Which is Dynast is not one of them fake ass Pan African Negroes on the street selling incense and oil. Like I said, man, Dynast, man, was a cold athlete, man. He was one of the best athletes come up out of our city. We had another guy named Ontario Smith, who's the best running back ever to come out of Sacramento. You're number 2, Dynast. You mad? Don't be flipping me off in that African shit on, nigga. But Dynast, man, the evolving of how he is, bro, what he's done. He is really reaching out to Africa, man, and telling brothers where can you find that? How to do business in Ghana, how to do business in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. By the way, my buddy is from Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Okay. Goes to the same medical school that I go to. We've been studying for farm, so you can interview him definitely, man. How to do business?
Connect me with him.
Yeah, he's wealthy family, man. You did Dakar, Senegal. You did Nairobi, Kenya. You did Windhoek in Namibia. I'm sorry, you did Nairobi, Kenya. You just did Ghana. Angry man, you gotta check some of this stuff out, man. This is the only brother, man, that is reaching out to Africa and doing streams, telling Black people how they can go to Africa and do business. That's $1 million content, man. You're the only person doing that. And that's what I was telling you, man. The NegroManosphere.com, we're gaining a substantial audience in Lagos State right now in Nigeria. So shout out to those people in Lagos and the people that are in the financial capital of Abuja. Those of you who have been following us, I've been getting a lot of emails from people. But man, people like Dynast, man, they're really opening up that lane for us as brothers, man. And I really have been singing your praises, bro. I really got a lot of love for you, a lot of respect for you, what you're doing, man. Keep up that good work, man. Whatever you need me to do to help you with that, all you got to do is let me know, man. I would love for you to bring some of those guys on. We can start connecting them with the Angry Man, connecting them with all these other brothers, ABL, and building a better Africa, man. So tell them where they can find you at.
Search for Guru, all one word. Search for Guru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, you can Google me as well, Dynast Amir. And if you want to know what I was doing before Dynast Amir, Google Albert Hollis.
Yeah, Albert Hollis. That nigga had a bunch of baby oil on his body with a taper fade. Now he walk around with a spear and shit. And but now shout out to Dynast, man. He really doing a great job, man. I subscribe. Everybody subscribe to Dynast Amir, man. Search for Uhuru channel. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna get some some game that's gonna really help you. If you're interested in going to Africa and setting up there, dude, Dynast is the best person to talk to. And last but definitely not least, the Angry Man channel. Shout out to you, fam. Where can we find you at?
Yo, you guys can find me at Angry Man channel on all social media. You can find me on Snapchat at @the_Angry Man. All you gotta do, matter of fact, just go to Google the Angry Man channel. All my stuff comes up, especially my most recent stuff.
Okay, most future stuff. Now, there's this other guy before I leave. There's a guy named the Great American Investor. He's a penny stock trader. He's supposed to do a show. He was in Canada. I've been promising. I'm still looking to talk back to this guy. He's an excellent. Have you guys heard of this guy, the Great Black guy, the Great American Investor?
No.
He's an investment channel. Awesome dude. So I'm still trying to work with get him. Tomorrow we'll talk about baby mama drama. Like I said, I'm ugly. I don't have no damn kids. I just was jacking off all my life. So I really can't talk about that. I think but Dynas has a child. ABL, you ain't got no kids, do you?
Nah.
None you know about. Kevin,
I'm young. I'm young though, so that's my excuse.
You what?
I'm young though. I'm younger than all y'all.
Oh, okay. What about? See, I asked Kevin. He left. You see that? I'm about to ask Kevin, how many kids you got? That question. Hey, Kevin, how many kids you got? Nigga, got the fuck up out of here.
So,
that nigga, you know more about just clothes, huh? Shit. That nigga get them kids, boy. Anyways, man, listen, I gotta do this show with my group, man. Thank you guys again. Baby Mama Drama will be on here talking about that, even though I don't really know nothing about that. He said it dropped, but I'm good with tomorrow. Nigga, you didn't want to tell us how many children you have. Bond. No, but shout out to Kevin Samuels though. Again, everybody follow my man Angry Man. Definitely, if you're looking at some Steve the Dean Williams had to leave. Man, this whole little panel, man, is getting better, man. Like Dynast is really bringing that other element that we really needed. You know, Steve the Dean brought the kind of podcasting type of style. Mm-hmm. Kevin got the fashion thing on lock. And Dynast, man, his streams with Africa, man, and he's building, bro. He's the only person in the world doing that. And I have a few writers from Nigeria that write for me. Sylvanus Omononyi, Burabari. Nii Adder, Big Bay built my site. So, man, this is really turning into something great over here, you guys. So, really, I want to shout out Angry Man for starting the commission. In September 14, 2016, I answered the call. I mean, you guys are seeing what we're doing right now, man. This is a beautiful thing, bro. I really thank you for letting me be a part of this. Anything you want to say last, Angry Man, with the commission thing and how it's turning
man, out? I'm just shit. Like I say all the time, man, I'm just glad to be, part of it. You feel me? That's my biggest thing. I'm just glad to be a part of it, man. Glad to have a seat at the table.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really turning into something great, man. I really want to thank you for, your vision on that. So anyways, I got to get the fuck out of here. It's hella hot. I got one more show to do on Blog Talk Radio. O'Shea, do a show. Hold on a second. Can you make a video about studying tips? Go to YouTube, nigga, and look up a video on studying. North Star Bright. O'Shea, do a video about Drake in that scripture. Do a show about Drake in that scripture. 1 second, real quick. Stop the show. Everybody. Don't say nothing. Just look at it. Stop the show.
Oh my god!
Just stop the show. Hold on, I gotta stop the show. ABL, you cool?
I'm good, man. I'm straight. I'm good.
Real quick. Okay,
go ahead, man.
I'm just saying I don't want to offend nobody.
Oh my god!
I'm okay.
Yeah, you straight, man.
Dynast, am I cool? I don't want to. I got my V-neck on and shit like you, but mine's just dirty.
Go ahead.
Good in your zone. No homo.
I'm good.
Angry Man, am I good? I can do this?
Man, do your thing.
I don't want to hurt nobody. Can I Harlem?
Go ahead.
Hit him with the Harlem? Hit him with the Harlem?
Do that.
Oh my god.
Nigga, what the fuck do you mean? Do a video about who the fuck are you? You slimy bitch.
He said
Frederick Murray. I'll show you need lotion. Stop the show. You know what's so funny, right? I'm an ashy motherfucker, right? I'm gonna give you that. You know what's worse than complaining about an ashy motherfucker? You sitting here over 2 hours watching an ashy motherfucker in dirty V-neck. I mean, think about it. If I knew a motherfucker had a dirty V-neck and was ashy, I wouldn't watch him. Like, you're not telling me nothing I don't know. Like, O'Shea, you like you dirty. Wow. O'Shea, you like you musty. O'Shea, you like your hairline. Nigga, I know that. Who don't know that? I mean, it's obvious I didn't come on here to look clean today, motherfucker. I just came on here because I wanted to. Now, the problem is you sitting here riding my dick for 2 hours. Knowing that I'm going to be musty, knowing that I'm going to be looking ashy, and lotionless. That's the problem.
Lotionless.
Only a gay motherfucker would ride a musty nigga's dick.
He said lotionless.
I mean, what kind of nigga would you like? I know this motherfucker is lotionless, and on a Friday night. Now let me stop the show again.
So
this is not Monday, nor is it Tuesday, nor is it Wednesday. Maybe if this was a Wednesday night and you sitting here roasting me about how lotionless I am and how musty and fucked up I look. Now, I know I look fucked up. I know that, and everybody know that. Jesus know it. Allah, Muhammad, everybody know that. All the disciples. Who don't know this? This is something that everybody knows. The fact that you are in the house on a Friday night watching a musty, lotionless, dusty-looking motherfucker like me shows how pathetic you are, bitch. Because as bad and musty and dusty as I am with this dirty-ass V-neck shirt with this goddamn ketchup stain on the back.
Sit on the back.
My girl was in the bed right there. I gotta just get in the shower because I can't come in there hella musty. She's like, shower real quick. She in there waiting on me right now. You see, and the thing is, you sitting there, you're gonna have all kind of castor oil on your dick. You're gonna be watching the playback.
Castor oil.
Talking about how I need to get a haircut and all, and you watching me on a Friday night. Now, isn't that kind of? I'm just saying, dog. I mean, is something wrong with that? You watch it on a weekend. You're supposed to be out with some, maybe you ain't even out paying for the pussy. You watching a dirty, ugly motherfucker on the weekend where you supposed to have a bitch. I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining, brother. You understand? All right, look, I gotta get the fuck out of here because I gotta go wash my dirty shirt. Okay. And so shout out to everybody. Anybody got something else to say?
Nah,
that's it, man. I appreciate for letting me come on.
No doubt.
How did you get your flat top with that kind of line still? Like, hey, stop the show. Everybody, look at Dynasty Mirror flat top. I mean, ABL. I know you bald headed, brother, but you gotta look at this. You see this nigga? You see how is it so crisp? You see that?
It's crispy.
The barber. You see it? My barber is fire. That's what it is. My barber
is crispy.
Hey, can you do that? Because Ingrid, you cut hair, right?
Yeah, man. His barber on point.
Patterson don't go on Noni.
His barber on point, man.
Light heavyweight Olympic gold medalist flat top. What about why? Maybe I'm just saying because if you grow your hair out, man, can you rock it like that, or you will just should be way back here like me?
No, I could do his hairstyle. Yeah, but I couldn't. Yeah, it couldn't go no bigger than that though. Once it get beyond that, it don't really go, man. I tried to grow dreads when I was like 14. It was a failed experiment, man. It didn't go too far.
What about an S curl?
Nah, I can't do that, man.
You get an S curl in your shit, man. Just say fuck it.
I can do nothing with it, man.
Be a pro black with an S curl, they will kick you out of every motherfucking pro black convention in this motherfucking world.
No S curl. You can't do S curl.
Nah.
This is Dynasty Mirror in Africa. They kick you out of Dogon country and so quick. And like, get your motherfucking ass out here with that shit, nigga. All right, look, I'm really getting ready to get the fuck up out of here, man. Again, everybody appreciate. Angry Man, can you please go cut O'Shea hair? Frederick Murray, can you please get off my dick? I'm just saying, nigga, you're fucking. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. For real. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Gone.